Hey, everybody. Good evening. Let me see who came in here. Terminator. Hello. Jonathan. Hello. Mandy Garrett. Hello. How are you? Hippocrates Garden. Hello. Eagle Lover, Texas. Hello. RN. Hello. And welcome back. Drummondson Live. Hello. Coraline. Hello. Lisa. Hello. Shouldn't miss anybody. Big Kid. Hello. Yep.
Skanes Girl. Did you say that?
Does he? Yep. Skanes Girl. Hello. Yeah, I just seen her last night. She was on the Zoom. And the best name on the internet, Half Bubble Off Plum. Hello, good evening to you. The big kid says he learned a valuable lesson about life Po4 raw cells yesterday. Well, we'd love to hear them lessons. So super cool. Well, it has been oh my goodness, I have my wrong hat on. This is my work hat. See my Freeman hat? It's all dirty.
It's all dirty.
Apparently I didn't change into the right hat. I don't have one up here. It'll be all right. Yeah, it has been quite the day today. We had Indiana Mike and his wife, Minimum Maintenance Road, were down all day long today. And so we got to sit and chat about, when you build a homestead, what are some of the things that we would have done different? And what are some of the things we considered from the beginning? So I'd like to talk about that a little bit tonight. Steve, hello. From Indiana. Yeah, Deborah, hello. American Roots. What up, Jess and Joe, holding the line. Hey, for you guys, any of you guys that are, who haven't, go over to American Roots Farm. They got a really cool story. They're fighting like hell to live free, and I'm proud of them. I can't tell you how proud I am, and it's hard. It is. Homestead Aquarius, hello. That's another good channel you guys should go check out. Can Squatch. This is something, Can Squatch, I wanted to tell you something. I hit the notification bell on several times to go over and watch you, and it seems like it always gives it to me late, but I intend to join one of those lives. So Tabletop Farms is another great channel, another great family. Guys, of course, as we're supporting each other, these channels that I just mentioned, that are going on in here, My Crooked Little Homestead's another one. And Daniel says we're missing dinner with everyone. Yes, we are. The problem is I already had this scheduled, and I didn't want to just at the last minute move the live, but I'll get to that too. But real quick, those channels that I just mentioned, you guys, all of them are holding the line. They're all trying to do it the right way. They're trying to build community. They're trying to give back. Ed, hello, good evening. And, let's make sure we go support them. To Daniel Strong's point, so Indiana Mike and Minimum Maintenance Road and Yoda and Grumpy G and Hacks for the Homestead, and a lot of these guys are all having dinner right now 6 miles from my house. But we couldn't come because of the live, and I wasn't going to, on the last minute, reschedule this on you guys. So here we are. Squatchy. What is up, Squatchy? How are you, bud? So anyway, and Tabletop, I'm glad you're here. We're going to see them tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the Freeman Festivus, and there's going to be a whole bunch of people getting together tomorrow. Hey, Data's here. Hey, guys, that's another good channel. If you guys like conspiracy theories, go subscribe to Getting Deep with Data. When I say conspiracy theories, what I really should say is, you want the news 6 months before it comes out. Really, right? Kind of how it comes. But Data has been a very good friend of mine for a very, very long time. And, him and I don't always agree, but he is a fabulous human being. And, I love spending time with the guy, and he's very helpful. So guys, go over there and check him out too. Glenn, hello. Good evening. Starla, hello. So anyways, we got the Freeman Festivus going on tomorrow, and it'll be pretty much an all-day event, right?
I think so.
Yeah. What time are we going?
I don't know. It starts at 2, so
noon.
Yeah, we got to set some stuff up.
Yeah, set chairs up and do all of that. And it, I was going back earlier today, and I was calculating, and this will be, if I calculated it all right, and Data, you'll like this information. If I calculated this all right, this will be our 27th community event.
I don't know. I don't know what all you're counting. Are you talking about homestead rotations and such too?
No, I'm not counting. I'm not counting those. I'm not counting those.
Community, kind of.
Then would be way more than that. What I'm talking about is the
larger community.
Yeah, the camp outs, the get-togethers, the parties that we throw in the community, for lack of a better word. So I think it's 27, but I could have missed a few in there because it's been going on, for quite a long time. Yep, Maytag's in the house. You know, it's funny, Maytag and KitchenAid, it's like, symbolic to Jonathan. And it's funny, he gets in here, he said earlier, I got to go get the dishes started.
Did he really?
Yeah, which is funny to me, Let me see here. Corleen says, we are rich with baby kits, 35 right now. One more litter in a couple weeks. Those are meat rabbits, for anybody who don't know that.
Wow. 35.
Data says, I'm doing the conspiracy theory math, and that sounds about right. Yeah, Data's a great guy. Seriously, you guys should absolutely get. Oh, cool! I just got a message. Step away from time to time. Yep. So I got a message that my sister will be joining us tonight on the live, which is really cool. My sister owns a gourmet waffle restaurant in Belton, Texas, called the Water Street Waffle Company, and she's super successful. And her husband Jeff, I have been friends with for, oh my goodness, since I was 15 or 16 years old.
You actually were friends with him before she met him, right?
Yes. I've known him longer.
But you did not introduce them.
Kind of, because we ran in kind of the same circles.
Okay.
And that's how they kind of got introduced. Okay. But anyway, happy Friday, Tag and B, and the LifeDoneFree family. Yeah, Blockchain, hello and welcome.
Yeah, we are happy it's Friday.
yeah, happy it's Friday. It's certainly been a long day. So I got some news for you guys as we go on this. So you guys asked me for a Hold the Line B t-shirt. And so it is in the store. And
it's in the store?
Yeah.
I thought you were working on it. You're done.
It's in the store. Yeah.
Okay.
It's available. You guys go check out it right now. But I'll tell you guys something funny too. This is something B don't know. I also made.
Doesn't know, but go ahead.
What did I say?
Don't know.
Don't know.
B don't know.
B don't know. I also made a B t-shirt that says I'm on vacation, and put it in there for fun. It has a picture of B's face on it, so it's pretty cool.
Has my face on it?
Yeah.
Or a bee face?
No, it has your face.
Honeybee.
No, it has your face.
It has my face on
it. Yes.
A t-shirt that has my face on it.
Yes.
Nobody's gonna wear a t-shirt with my face on it.
I will wear it.
Oh my gosh. Where is it? I want to see it. Where is it?
Okay, you guys, everybody stand by. B wants to see it. So I'm going to pull it up here real quick because she wants to see my creation.
It's on YouTube?
No, it's on our YouTube channel store. Yeah. So if you go to one of these, and the link will say Creator Spring, LifeDoneFree Creator Spring. So let me pull it up here real quick and I'll show you. You'll laugh.
Creator Spring.
I wish I could share pictures here on. Okay, show more.
Oh, those are little bees. That's cute.
Okay, let me show you, B. You'll like this.
Oh, I like that water bottle.
Look.
Oh my gosh, that is ridiculous. And they can order that? Oh my gosh.
Tabletop says, funny sitting here and everyone here at the table is watching their phones. Hey, everybody. Yeah. Tabletop, we need to do a video together. And I keep saying that. We need to. We really, really do.
Well, they're here.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not here, but.
Half Bubble Off Plum says, ordered seed, potatoes, fingers crossed. I haven't ever had good luck growing potatoes.
Oh.
You know what's interesting about that? Is that we've had nothing but luck.
Right.
Potatoes up here just
put them in the ground.
We don't do anything with them.
That's I like that crop.
Yeah, I like that crop too.
I did have potato bugs that I had to go through and pick off this year, but I'll move them to a new location next year. So
yeah. Mandy's laughing and Skane's girl says that it's really cute, your t-shirt.
They saw it.
Yeah.
I laughed too. That's ridiculous.
I thought it was a art piece.
How'd you get that? You just took it from a video?
No, so I took one of your pictures and then I turned it into a cartoon and then I cut it out and then made the logo and stuck it in there.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Kelly Ireland, hello. Terminator said, I tried to get on the Zoom last night, but couldn't connect. I've had this problem, Terminator, a couple times, and all I do is just back out and go back in, and usually it lets me right in. Which, speaking on that, the Zooms are really going well. I'm really enjoying them. Yeah, I really like them. Maybe
because she does it on her phone, because I couldn't do it on my phone. Can you do Zoom on your phone?
I've done a million of them on my phone.
Do you have to have the app to do it? Because I did not. I just tried to click the link and it just spins. So Maybe because you have to have the link, the
It's
Zoom.
spin, not spun.
It's spun. It's spinded.
We're even. Ellen Davis, hello from Georgia. Hey, Arthur's here. How you doing, Arthur? Look at there. Okay.
Yep.
So you guys see Bobby Seeger right there. That is my lovely, beautiful, wonderful.
Much younger sister.
Much younger, super accomplished little sister who continuously reminds me that she respects her elders. No.
Maybe she respects her elders, but not you.
But not me. Yeah, so you guys ever get to Belton, Texas, go to Water Street Waffle Company, and she has a Homesteading LifeDoneFree discount for anybody who walks in there and talks about freedom.
Hopefully she does.
Yeah, her husband, Jeff, as I was talking about before, him and I started prepping together in 1993. He was my original prepping partner all those years ago, and we've both grown into these old men, and it's funny to watch. Hippocrates says you're only missing 2 slices of bread with mayo.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Dana Green, hello. American Root says that's funny. Hilltop Home Place, hello. New Day Farm, hello. Starla, high tags, beautiful little sister. Yeah, she's an absolute bomb. She is an absolute bomb, and she works her tail off, and she's so driven, and I'm so proud of her in so many ways. She needs to slow down and quit taking herself so seriously because she's not that great.
And come see us.
Yes, and come see us. Quit being a stranger. Yep, look at all those hellos. American Root says, I want to go eat there so bad. Yeah, it's a great place. And, it's crazy. It's a 3 and 4 hour wait to get into a restaurant. But I bet you that if you went in there and you said you're there from Homesteading LifeDoneFree and you're holding the line, you might maybe get moved up a little bit. Just saying. Homestead Aquarius Freedom. Amen. Christine, hello. Man, you got a question. Can I grow peanut from raw peanuts I bought from a local co-op store? They said it's for eating, but not sure if it's for growing. Thanks.
The peanuts I grew were raw peanuts.
Yep.
I didn't taste them, but.
Yeah, I think many of those plants you can. I think it just depends on how they're processed.
Well, if they're raw, they're just, they should be just straight from the ground. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Juby Joe's, hello, Juby Joe, by the way. It says, I have downloaded the Zoom app. Then understand the app needs the camera access. Yes. But I can't see if it don't have camera access. Terminator says, I want a B shirt. Yeah, you ought to look at them. They're funny. And I did it just kind of as a joke, having fun, but American Root says, hey, Data, I enjoyed your video immensely. Yeah, Data is a interesting guy. He's super deep. He always tries to talk to me about aliens and, the weird stuff in life. And he gets so far above my head, but I admire his intellect because he studied all the religions and, all the ancient religions. And he's just this incredible wealth of knowledge who talks above my head quite often. Bobby said she's trying to come up. Well, that's like Bigfoot. That's something, all of us have talked about, but no one's ever seen. See Coastal Redwood. Hello. You're watching Miss Lippy. Yeah. Yeah. We need to, all of us creators, we need to do a better job of getting these lives lined up. I was watching Black Tropical Homestead. I love them. They're just funny and articulate, and they make me laugh all the time with beaver butts and all that stuff, and it's just absolutely awesome. So Belton, Texas it'd be south of like the main road that comes out of Dallas. I'm not from there, but south of Dallas, south of Waco, there's a little town called Belton. I think it's by San Antonio. Is that right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Bobby, answer them where Belton is, because I don't want to butcher it. American Root says, I want to stop in on my way to Kansas. You should walk right in there. Say you want to talk to Bobby, give her a big old hug, tell her where you're from, tell her you're my buddy. And she'll be all over that. Corleen says, is there a herbalist on here? I need to connect with one. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Because there's many, many people in here. And I could mention, tabletop. I could mention, a lot of them in here, B, who works with, her herbs and makes things. And so I don't know exactly what you're looking for. But, feel free to ask the question. Yes, on peanuts, as long as they're raw. Yeah. So if they're roasted, they might have a problem. Starla says, I love the bee on vacation shirt. See, I told you, it's not that bad. Data says she's in East Texas. Yes, I would say that Belton is, I'm trying to remember
45 minutes north of Austin.
45 minutes north of Austin. Yes. Missy Manny Garden says, thank you. I'm excited to grow them. Yep. So Bobby says that she would love to sit and chat with the Life Done Free fans. So seriously, guys, go down there. And you're supporting a like-minded business, right? Me and her old man, I'm telling you, you want to talk about the fire that built in us if the system started with him in 1993, and it's been burning ever since. And I guess you could largely blame Bobby. You know? Mary Michelle, hello. Yeah, welcome again. New Day Farm says 1 hour north of Austin. Yep, seven hours from Starla, 45 minutes north of Austin, Bobby says. Yep. Christine Beadle says, great video on some history on the educational system.
Yeah, I like that video.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that? The Starve the Beast videos, I've got a whole bunch of them coming. And the one that's coming out on Sunday morning is about living in fear and how they keep us in fear. And it's funny, I'll let B answer it, but I said, after she watched it, I said, what do you think? And what'd you say?
I said, you're gonna get us taken down.
I just laughed.
You're gonna get a slap on the hand.
Okay. Dana says, oh, okay, I'm close to I have Nakadochis. Pete Squatchy says, speaking of Bigfoot, I do make an appearance once in a while. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Corleen Stevens says, I will send an email to you, B. Yeah, send her one, because she's pretty up on that kind of stuff in a lot of ways. I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to call her a herbalist.
No, I'm not.
But she's a potion maker for sure.
But I have books I look at.
All right, you want to read this one? That's way more your language. I don't want to butcher it. Does anyone hear?
Have practice in, I can't even
iridology and
kinesiology.
Yeah, and kinesiology.
I know kinesiology. I don't know I don't even know what
iridology is.
I can't even see that that's a N.
Yeah.
Let me put my old lady eyes on. Oh my gosh, I can't even see out of them. There are fingerprints all over them.
Iridology.
No. What do you want to know about kinesiology? It's the study of the movements of the muscles, the origin and insertions of the.
Yeah, Starla, what I'm going to, maybe we should do this every time. A little bit of fact that you don't know about B and I. So B worked in massage therapy for many years, owned her own business, and worked with athletes, mainly at a university level. And so I guess there were some professional athletes there. Yeah,
I did like the Tour de Nebraska and
those kind of things.
Lincoln Marathon and those things. But Grumpy G, I think they're hosting a dinner.
Yes, Yoda and Grumpy are out hosting a dinner. Jonathan, I probably drove right by that area when I drove to Kansas this year. Now that I think about it, yeah, you would have drove right by it. You'd have been minutes from it. No Whining. That's actually a great name too. Hey, No Whining, how are you? American Root says, we will meet someday soon, Bobby. I can't wait. Amen. So sorry I'm running late, says Jules. It's one of those days. Yeah, it's been kind of one of those days for us in a lot of ways too. Skanes Girl says her niece lives in Austin. Dana says, yeah, typo, narcodoches. I don't know how to say that. Why are you on here and not on Freesteading? Why am I on here and not on Freesteading?
Doing a video?
Yeah, it is posted on Freesteading.
Okay.
And a lot of people are watching this right now on Freesteading.
On Freesteading?
Mm-hmm. So I'm not exactly sure what that means.
are.
Yes, we are. Okay, Bethany is amazing when come to knowledge of oils and natural healing. Yeah, Bobby, tell them a little bit about, my sister likes some of the lotions that B makes and swears by them. Iridology is the study of the eye.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that would not be B.
That was, yeah. No, I can't even see.
Juby Joe says, I was like an athlete. Yeah, I was never an athlete.
I was never an athlete.
Taking a picture of the eye and with, what's that again?
What?
Kinesiology?
Kinesiology?
Yeah. Finding out what supplement is best. It's a nature sunshine deal. Kinesiology is the study of, what'd you say it was?
Kinesiology is the study of, it's the movement of the muscles. So like origin and insertions and what the muscles do. Like what muscles move the joints and,
yeah. Wonderful hosts they are too. Yeah, Tabletop. That's another really good channel that, they're young and they're growing. But I'm super happy to have them part of the community. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Hiya, Jules. How you doing, hun? Yeah. Hello, RN. Oh yeah, cool. Great on, Data. Okay, so he's gonna Half Bubble Off Plum's gonna say Nakadochis. Okay, help me pronounce it.
Is that a town?
It must be a town. Yeah. Lisa says, if I get a bee on vacation, will everyone think I have a girl crush? Yeah, it doesn't matter. You guys, the thing about the vacation thing that I think is so powerful is what it really means is you're living the life according to your own terms. That's really what it means. And I know a lot of people won't get it. And, I've had a lot of people on my channel talk about be nicer to be, but the truth is I'm being nice to be. She gets to live life according to her terms every single day. And tell me what's better than that, right? Dana Green says, laugh out loud. I guess you have to be from Texas. Yeah. Nakadochis. Starla says Nakadochis.
To know how to say it.
You have to say it. Yeah. Yeah. See, I never get any freesteading notifications. Have you gone into your notifications, Sweet Savory Words? If you go into your profile, you can go into notifications and turn them on and turn them off. They might all be off. You have to just go in there and look.
Yeah, I had to do that.
Yep. Okay, New Day says Nakadochi's pronunciation sounds like Nakadochi's. Sort a long O, Nakadochi's. Terminator said, my daughter gave me a 55-inch TV. I hooked it up to my laptop, and wow, you are big and bright.
I'm sorry.
That's great, Terminator. Skanes Girl says Nakadoches.
Yeah.
Nakadoches? Oh my goodness. Kelly says, I was an athlete and my body is paying for it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people in that spot. And not just athletes, just people who've worked really hard, carrying pipe or a concrete layer or whatever, Jonathan says, I think it's pronounced Nakadoches. It's funny. It seems like it's a norm on our channel that someone's pronouncing something for me.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. We don't get out much.
Massive cardio incorporating many avenues, says Juby Joe. So you can relate to me down here, huh? You can relate to me down here, huh? Coastal Road Farm says amen. Dana Green, yes. Jonathan, yes, that's correct. Chestnut cheese. Okay.
Goodness,
I got it. I appreciate that. That's funny. Sweet Savory Word says, I just came from Miss Lippy's bingo.
Oh.
Yep. Miss Lippy, she's feeling better, which is great. She was sick for a little while, and I'm super happy to hear, that she's doing better. I try to flip back and forth between Lippy, and then also sometimes Danny from Deep South is on at the same time, and Black Tropical Homestead is on, which I love them. They're just hilarious. They crack me up. And I kind of try to flip on them the hour before the live, which is why I'm always up here and we're always waiting on B.
Isn't Danny on Saturdays?
Yeah, but sometimes he's done them right before us.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes. Jules says, I haven't been an athlete since your junior high school, man. Am I old? Well, you need to give us some reference. How long ago was high school, Jules? Right? Dana Green says, no Nakatish in LA. Starla says, I would love to still be an athlete, but my body would not. Yeah. Sweet Savory Word says, I turned them all on in the beginning. Yeah, but you might want to go back in and look at them again and make sure they're all on. Or at least I would. Okay, so what else we got? Hey, the giveaways from last week went out. They're shipped. So for those of you who are waiting on them, they've been shipped. So do you know when they're going to arrive? Do you know?
The stapler was shipped in 2 shipments. One I thought was supposed to be delivered today, 1 shipment, and then the second one I think is Monday. And then the hive, the zip code was for a couple of towns, I guess. Town, cities, I don't know what you call them in Colorado, but the recipient said it was this city, and the Better Bee says, no, I'm confident that it's this city. And I said, well, do you want to talk about how PO'd I'm going to be if this guy doesn't get this time? And he said, no, I do not. I said, well, I'm expecting him to get it.
Yeah.
So they said probably a week out on that.
And that was 3 days ago.
That was, well, the last time I talked to him, yes, I think was 3 days ago.
Okay. So you've got
because I had to go back and forth trying to get the address correct.
Okay. So there's about four days left on the hive, and the stapler should be there Monday.
So, but yeah, there should have been a shipment today.
Right. Okay.
And then the other Monday, because they were coming from 2 different places, I ordered the stapler came from one company, and then I ordered the staples to go with it from I guess they came separate. They came both from Amazon, but they were shipped from 2 different places, which I wasn't aware of that until after the transaction. So
let me see here. Where am I at? Hippocrates Garden says that he was a college cheerleader. Does that count?
Sure. Would love to see some cheers.
Yeah. So on the Zoom, we're expecting some cheers, Hippocrates. Right? We're counting on it. Jules says about 38 years since she was in school.
Yeah. That's a minute.
Yep. Sweet Every Word says, or a carpenter. Blockchain says, thanks for the beautiful hive. Such an amazing prize. I'm excited to give some buzzers a home and share some everlasting nectar. Amen.
Yeah. Let us know when you get it and if there's any issues, because I will be on top of that.
Yep. See Sweet Savior's Word, Nakadoshis. Dana Green, thank you. Bobby Steve said, I would love to buy some for our customers. What would you love to buy, Bobby, for your customers? T-shirts, just let me know. We'll hook you up with whatever it is you want. Sweet Savior's Word says, I know you all need to coordinate show times. Yeah, it would be better. It's just so hard, guys. Everyone's got their own lives that are going on, which is why I try to stick to Friday at 7 and not move it around as much as I can and those kind of things, because we're just all super busy, you know.
My schedule changes so much that I'm really like the replays, because then I can watch it just whenever. And I know it's good to be on the lives, to be able to be involved, but it's just sometimes there's just no.
It's just hard. There's just so much going on. Homestead Aquarius says to Skane's Girl, that's right. I always got them mixed up when I had customers in both places. Yeah. Jonathan says Data can howl like the dog and Hippocrates can cheerlead. Tune in next week.
Yes.
Yep. And Jonathan can show us how to do dishes. Right? We're just quite the match, aren't we? I am sub to all of you. Laugh out loud. Good. Thank you. That matters. You know, community matters. And guys, there's a lot of people, I'm telling you, that behind the scenes are spending their hard-earned money and their hard-earned energy to ensure as many people can live free as they can. And they're doing it to people they'll never even meet.
Yeah.
They're doing it selflessly. You know, they're not doing it for the money. They're not because there isn't any, but you know, there's a lot of really good ones out there. My Crooked Little Homestead says, I got gifted a 23 liter pressure canner from a dear friend, Linda, and I'm excited to use it for the first time. Yeah, you'll have to tell us how it goes.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Juby Joe says, go fight, win, Tag and B.
Go fight, win. Go fight, win.
Yep. Do it.
No.
You do it.
Hippocrates was the cheerleader.
B was a cheerleader too. Maybe we could get them doing something together. Let me see here. Starla says, give me a T and then give me a G. Go Tag Go.
Give me a T.
Yeah. Homestead Aquarius, people get them confused all the time from Skates Girls. Bobby says hoodies, hats, and t-shirts. Yeah. Bobby, you can go to any one of my videos and underneath the video, there are links to buy hoodies, t-shirts, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. But, you know, we could certainly get a hold of me after this and I'll try to help you through it too.
Or just come up.
Yeah. Or just come up. Right. And we'll just send you home with a box. Getting Deep with Data says, I normally charge for that kind of show, Jonathan. Yeah. But as I mentioned before, Data, we give of ourselves to help spread freedom. And you can howl like a dog.
He gave you
in spreading freedom.
He gave you a show last night for free.
Who did?
Data.
How do you do that? Oh, on the
with the pup.
Oh yeah. On that's right.
Remember, he got licked.
He got licked in the mouth.
In the mouth.
Coraline says, where are the new t-shirts? I went to Freestanding Apparel. Yeah, no, they're not on Freestanding. They're on LifeDoneFree. So you got to go, Coraline. You got to go to my YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel, right underneath any video, there'll be links down there. And there's there's two different stores in there. One says Spring is the name of it. And the Spring gets you to the t-shirts we were just talking about. But there's two different links underneath there.
The Holding the Line bees?
The Holding the Line with Spring? The bees is under Spring, because Spring, I found out, is a little bit better quality.
Oh, so Spring is a company.
Yeah, so there's two different companies.
Printing.
Yes. Let me see. Teresa says, blessings, Tag and B. Thank you for giving me hope in this upside down world we live in. Boy, it is a mess, isn't it? But there is hope. There's hope because we're together. And together we're super, super strong.
Yeah.
You know? I'm grateful for all the knowledge of others. Thank you. Yeah, and there's an immense amount of knowledge in here. Jules says, oh, Data does dishes. I need someone to do dishes here. I'll barter for folding socks. I don't know. Would you rather do dishes or fold socks?
I hate folding socks.
Okay.
Even though they're all the same, I just hate folding
Okay, so
socks.
if Jules folds socks and you do the dishes.
It depends on what the dishes look like. Because if they've been sitting a while, that deal is off.
Okay, so where am I at here? Let me go back.
I don't mind doing dishes, which is why we don't have a dishwasher. I mean, I am the dishwasher.
Mary Michelle says she was a cheerleader and a coach. Skange Girl, so I was like a million years ago. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. That,
well,
me
if you were a million years ago, I need to figure out what's kept you here this long. Let's bottle it and we'll start a corporation. Skange Girl, you and me. Okay, gotcha. I'll look at them. Yep. Jules, he was talking about me on the dishes. Poor Jonathan. Poor Jonathan. Data says my dog credit carded my mouth. She's so fast. Oh, gross. Oh, sweet slobber, says our
credit carded my mouth.
Oh my goodness, that's great. Let me see. Starla says, I don't have a dishwasher. It's more like wash those dishes, go Kelly, go. Yeah. Pocket Garden says Spring used to be Teespring. Didn't know that. My dishwasher's a Terra brand. It's better than a Maytag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for you guys, you ladies in there, Data's referring to his wife, Tara, in that. So you should hound him a little bit on it, tell him he should be more supportive and do more dishes.
Maybe she doesn't want him to do dishes, which is like, I don't want you doing the dishes.
Yeah,
they'd be good enough.
Oh, this one's funny. Dana says she makes sock balls.
Oh, sock balls.
Yeah.
Instead of like mating, like
I like to do them. I like to roll them. If I'm in charge, I roll.
Not roll
she hates
socks because it stretches one out.
Juby Joe says, too funny. Us old cheerleaders are still kicking. Yep. Let me see. Skins Girl says it's a mel of a mess, a mel of a hess. Yeah, a hell of a mess. Yeah. Always end with missing socks. Yeah. There's always 6 or 7 socks sitting there waiting for its pair to show up.
And it's like one of each one.
Yeah.
One of each kind.
Yeah. Mary says, united we are strong and hold the line. Guys, it is more critical today than it has ever been for us to hold the line and to practice civil disobedience peacefully. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with saying no. Saying no, I don't have to, and standing up for those kind of things. And I practice it, I promise you. And I would, hope that everybody, would do that in every place they are. Jules says, B, I live in a 250 square foot fifth wheel RV. I only have 8 of each. I think she's referring to socks.
Then you have to I couldn't imagine doing laundry that frequently.
What, once a week?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. No, because you go to this place and have a fancy pair of socks, and then you come home and you change your socks, and then you take a shower and you put a new pair of socks on. You go through 3 pairs of socks in a day.
Yeah, you guys like her attempt to save?
No, it's not a save. It is the truth.
Bobby says no man was ever shot while doing dishes.
I don't know.
She don't like me in the kitchen, so I pretty much just stay out of there.
Yes.
Big Kid says, as preppers and homesteaders, we are like dual purpose items, right? Who else has considered building ponds? Talk about multi-purpose, especially if you can do 2, one above the other. Oh, heck yeah. Or 7 all in a row. You can catch the silt and one can grow goldfish or whatever you're doing, feeder fish. I like all that. Dana says she does dishes. Jules says, tag, I wash toilets too. I'm impressed.
Wow.
Do you know anybody that does that?
No. I do not.
Carlene says there's a sock in each washer that eats one of each sock.
There's a shark.
A shark.
You said sock.
There's a shark in the washer that eats one of each sock.
I know. Sometimes they get sucked down the drain. Although my new washer has a little like guard on there. The old washer did not. So I would have to get underneath it and pull it apart and pull the pump up and untake the sock and untake
the sock.
Untake the sock is what I said.
Do we have any English teachers in the room tonight?
Shoot.
Jules says, no dishes. I have more socks than dishes. I think we have more socks than dishes too.
Oh, yeah.
Mary says, ungovernable always. Could not agree more. Hey, guys, by the way, we built a UGS, an ungovernable score calculator.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you guys would help me, I'm waiting on some feedback from Getting Deep with Data. And Data has not sent me the feedback over. And I would really like to publish this calculator. But we have not, as a community, provided the correct amount of pressure on Data to produce the feedback that would allow us to produce the calculator. So I think all of us in here should put a little pressure on Data to give us some feedback. What do you guys all think?
He's a busy guy. I'll be right back. I got to check my dessert.
Okay. My mother didn't have a dishwasher until all of us kids were grown, says Arthur. I don't have the dishwasher now. Was well trained to laugh out loud. RN says if you buy socks all the same color and all the same size, all you have to do is put them in the drawer and grabbing two when you need them. I need to tell B that. RN, don't let me forget that. I need to tell B that. She'll laugh at that. RN, socks are supposed to match. Yeah. Sock shark. That's a t-shirt. We could do a sock shark. You know, you guys are the greatest at coming up with t-shirts. We came up with a hold the line one. Lisa, I think, is who proposed it in last times. And so maybe we need to do a sock shark shirt. Better late than never. Good evening, MJ in Wisconsin. RN is spitting that old and wise knowledge tonight. Yep. Dana Green says, sock monsters. Yep. They live. Oh, got it. Yep. Big kid. Y7. I'm talking about ponds at least half an acre and 15 feet deep. Think pumped power storage. Yeah, I'd love to work on some of that kind of stuff. Problem is where I live, you got to, from what I understand about being able to run power off waters, you got to have a certain, foot drop and a constant source, and that'd be hard. Mary says, I barter housekeeping with people. I wish you lived closer. We'd be doing some bartering. Jules says, not an English teacher, but I'm a grammar Nazi. Yeah, that's cool. Well, give B hell, I guess give me hell too, because that'd be fair, because I do it all the time. Same here. My mom didn't have a dishwasher until I was gone. I always found it interesting that B, when we built this house, said, I don't want a dishwasher. I don't install one. And so I didn't. And she does them all by hand. And I think that's pretty neat. Yeah, crickets. Getting Deep with Data says crickets. So I don't think he thinks we'll put any pressure on him. Well, Data, I can tell you if no one else is going to put pressure on you, that I'm waiting for you. I am waiting for you. Corleen says, I'm old school. I wash all of our dishes by hand. We have the connection to have the dishwasher, but when we remodeled, I took it out. Yeah, B was the same way. Juby Joe says, I'm like a man. I buy 20 pairs of white socks and 20 pairs of black. Yep. Let me see. Terminator said, I did a video of hula hooping with Miss Lippy. It was fun. Oh, my goodness. I'll have to go back and watch it. I did not see that. Oh, Skanes Girl says, wear flip-flops and avoid the sock nightmare. Yeah, but the only problem with this, Skanes Girls, what happens if you have to run? This is why I discourage flip-flops, because the world's weird, man. You're in Walmart and you're shopping and something goes down and you got to run. You got flip-flops on. Coastal Redwood Homestead says, I cook and my husband cleans the dishes. Yeah, that's a good trade-off. Juby Joe's, I love water shoes as well and buy in bulk. Yep. Steve says, I divorced my last dishwasher. You're going to get in trouble. Blockchain says, drop any comment and thumbs up. Yep. We'd appreciate all of that. Terminator said, I haul water and do dishes by hand. My washer is my garage can and a plunger. Laugh out loud. Yeah, well, you do everything that way, Terminator. And we all, you make all of us better. I loved doing the interview with you, by the way. Oh, Porterhouse, welcome. By the way, guys, I will be on Porterhouse and Teal's YouTube channel. Porterhouse, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the 16th of December. 8 o'clock at night, my time. I believe that's the right time, but tell me if that's wrong, Porterhouse, correct me. Yeah, Porterhouse and Teal's a really cool channel. That guy is so smart. I'm learning stuff from him all the time. Let me see. Mandy Garrett says, I never liked dishwasher. To me, it takes too long and seems to waste a lot of water. Yeah, that's exactly why B didn't want one. She's like, I'll just do them. It's not that hard. Grateful Hearts Rant says, Ed Getting Deep at data, would you please provide the feedback on the UGS score to tag? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Starla says you could take them off and run. Yeah, that's true. I do dishes by hand, says Mary. Dishwasher is a drying rack. Yeah. Let me see here. Jonathan, I had one in my apartment and have one in my house. I don't use them. Been hand washing everything since I moved out of my parents' place. Yeah. Flip-flops equals stubbed toes. I raised 7 children and told my husband, if the dish or clothes washer quits, I'm out of here. Juby Joe says, I can't wear flip-flops or slides. They will trip you up. Yeah, I kind of say it half joking, but I always worry about that stuff. Maybe because I'm paranoid, but I'm in Walmart. I'm paying attention to what's going on around me. Or I'm out and about. I pulled into a parking lot. And I think you guys, especially you females out there, need to do this. Don't just jump out of your car. Look around. Make sure that it's okay. Because the world is weird. Kelly says, I think the same way. When I get my house built, I'm not putting in a dishwasher. I can do a better job than the dishwasher. Yeah, B2, we'll ask her about it when she gets back up here, but she'll tell you the same thing. Awesome. Can't wait to watch. Data. Oh, Jules says, Data, don't forget tag needs feedback ASAP. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very much. Teresa Niece says, washing dishes by hands, get your fingernails clean too. Yeah, no doubt. Porterhouse says the 19th of December. And sorry about that. The 19th of December, we'll be having a conversation. No whining. My toes are super ugly. No flip-flops for this girl. I know a lot of people who think their toes are ugly, and I don't really think any of them were ugly. So maybe you're just being hard on yourself. Jewel says, I have Jasper to do the dishes. I'm not clean until it's doxy clean. Yeah, Jasper is a little dachshund, and that's funny. Anyway, Starla says, I spend most of my time barefoot anyway. You can wear a pair of pants and a shirt twice, but never a used pair of socks. Yuck. Yeah, I wouldn't wear a pair of socks twice unless I had no other choice. Let me see. Yeah, Coastal Redwood says they love being barefoot. Rick says, sorry, I missed last night. I had to help a friend organize his pantry. Hey, Bud, Rick, I'm going to tell you something about helping your friend organize his pantry is more important because that's community and that affects you directly right there. But we did have a really good Zoom call last night. I love them. They're fun. And, Hippocrates Garden, I want to thank him for, spearheading it because, I can't do everything. And he did it and has taken the bull by the horns. And there was a good crew in there last night. And, we talked till, I think I quit at 9:30. I left because it was getting past my bedtime. But it was pretty cool. Yep, do the same. Schemes Girl says, I used to be barefoot almost all the time until I had plantar fasciitis. Yeah, Mary Michelle says, Data tag is waiting. Data tag is waiting. No whining says, true story, I have hammer toes. Jonathan says to Teresa, but if you don't take them off, when do you start to consider them used? Oh, gross, Jonathan. Gross. Kelly says, my sister doesn't wear flip-flops, but she has Fred Flintstone feet. Yeah. Juby Joe says, bottom line, wear shoes, etc., that you can run like a deer. See, that's the camp I'm in right there. Just because I worry about it. Half bubble off plum, no flip-flops, don't like stuff between my toes. Data says, yes, ma'am, Mary Michelle. Yeah, just so you guys know, he told me he would have it to me yesterday. And frankly, he was too busy studying other religions to get it to me or something. Dana Green says, I planted onions today. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to start thinking about planting. I don't know how you guys do it with that year-round stuff. I mean, we plant from March to September, and man, it's when we get done planting season here, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done for the year. I want to go build something or something. Tabletop says we've got to put the Thursday Zoom on the calendar. We keep forgetting. Yeah, you should. It's a lot of fun. Welcome back, baby.
Thank you.
Did you stoke the fire?
I did. I had to get it going a little bit.
Jules says, I found out some bad news about my feet. The only thing that will remedy the fix is surgery. Go get the surgery. Go get the surgery before you can't get the surgery.
Well, and you want to be able to walk.
Yep.
That's important.
Yeah. Big kid said, since I can't run, I carry. Yeah. Well, I think you should be carrying anyway. Hippocrates says it's not yesterday. It's today. It's not yesterday. It's today. Let me see, Data. I believe you can make it happen. Oh, I know what Hippocrates is saying. It's not yesterday. It's today. Yeah, for Data getting me my stuff. Dana Green, 80s here. I did a little garden work today, too. They're talking about planting onions and stuff already in Texas. Yeah. Steve said, are these socks too dirty or should I iron them? John, they were talking in here while you were gone about socks and about how some people said, well, I just go buy 20 pairs of white socks and I don't have to worry about matching them. Make them all the same.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. And then one person was talking about how, you can wear a used pair of pants or shirt, but you cannot wear used socks. And then Jonathan wanted to know, if you never take them off, when are they used? So it was just funny.
Gross.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't even know where we're at here. Dana Green says harvested turnip greens too. Yeah, nice. So Data says I was running appointments and watching Harmony Hill Farms play bluegrass. So what you're saying is you bailed on me for a concert, a bluegrass concert. That's what you're saying?
But it was Harmony Hill, so
yeah, that's true, and it was probably worth it.
They're really good.
Yeah. Tabletop said 5 days and we start planting lettuce for spring of 2023. Yeah, and those guys, if you guys haven't been there, go to their website, Tabletop Farms, and man, they do some amazing stuff. They grow these turnips, these little white turnips that they're just to die for. And everybody that eats them says these are the best things ever. We want to grow them. We're not quite sure how to go about that, but for now, we'll just keep getting them from Tabletop because they are really, 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 really good.
They are really good.
They are really good. Yeah. Starla says, can you do a Zoom without showing a face? I hate video of me. Yes. All you got to do is when you click into the Zoom, it will ask you, do you want to join with or without video? Just answer the question. And there's more people that do that. They just get in there.
We would like to see you.
Yes, we would.
We do. That's the best part of connecting is being able to see who's who. And we don't care what you look like.
Yep.
Look at us.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in my work clothes from today. In my work hat. I didn't even get it changed. Let me see. Storm Rider, welcome. And you're not late. You're right on time. Jonathan, going to have to figure it out. Yep. See, yes, you can. Tag, this is your reminder to tell B to buy all of the same color and size of socks. Then just put them in a drawer and there's no matching needed. Just grab 2 and go when you need them.
I do that. But then, we've been together for so long that there's some of them that have the line on the bottom and some that have the red word and some of them that have the double stitching at the top. And, you buy a couple packs and it's good for quite a while. And then, you got to buy another pack or a couple packs. And I don't get rid of what's in the drawer. So I just add to it. And then now it's like, there's only 3 left of this kind. And then there's 5 of that kind. And then there's 12 of that kind. And like I said, he wears more than 1 pair of socks a day. So
not every day.
Not every day, but there are some days that he's wearing 3 pairs. So
just depends on where I'm going. Hills Mill Homestead says, hello, Tag and B from the hills of Tennessee. Well, hello and welcome. You guys have, I see the word mill. You guys run a mill or anything like that? I'd love to hear more. Data says tonight I'm smoking 20 pounds of pork shoulder for the Freeman Festivus tomorrow.
Ooh, yummy. We like your pork shoulder.
Yeah, but in your spare time, you should send me my list so we can get that calculator finished. I know.
I'll do it, Data.
I'm known to be a slave driver for a little bit, right?
You?
Say as you wish.
Yes, as you wish.
Say it. Do it.
As you wish.
See, thank you. Rick says, I just received my first pair of merino wool socks today. Can't wait to wear them. Yeah, wool's great. Big B says that she loves your wood cooking videos. You know what? I don't know why she didn't film it tonight. And what I got tonight was some strawberry pastries that she cooked in the oven tonight. And it was, I still don't have my pumpkin roll, you guys. They were good.
I just pulled it out of the oven. The pumpkin roll. That's what I just pulled out of the oven.
Oh, did you pull it out of the oven?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had to roll it.
Oh.
They see me roll.
Did you film it?
No, because I had people. I was rushing. I'm trying to get done, and I got something to do tomorrow. So.
Oh, so you're bringing the pumpkin roll to the Festivus?
Yes.
So where's my pumpkin roll?
You may have some at the Festivus. I will take a picture of you. What do you mean? Does it matter where you eat it? You're getting it. Jeez.
I want a whole pumpkin roll. You're going to lay that thing down and it's going to be gone. And then your poor husband is going to have to go
I made a double.
Mary Michelle says, I carry everywhere and always watching my surroundings. Always know your exits. Yes. You were on your own, no help. Been dealing with that at work for the last 2 weeks. Yep, I think that's well said, Mary. Terminator says, I have green onions growing in her greenhouse. And by the way, guys, she's in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tag, I have zero support system, and the surgery is very invasive, both feet. They have to cut all of the toe tendons, stretch them out, and screw them back in. It doesn't fix the problem, but it will help.
What's wrong with her feet?
Yeah, I have to ask her. RN says, I love to plant turnip greens. I plant them like grass, just sling them out by hand. No rows, no hoeing needed. Yeah, those are my kind of plants. I would break everyone, Sarah. I would break everyone, Sarah. I don't know what that means.
Probably camera.
Maybe camera. Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. We don't care.
Okay, where am I at here?
Look for Sarah on the end. Right there. See? Oh, you just...
Oh, right there. Okay. Sorry, guys. I hit the scroll button and it's gone.
You could hit the arrow down button.
Yeah. Terminator says she's also growing a pineapple tree in a big pot in her cabin. Yeah, Bee's got a couple of them growing.
I have 2 in the greenhouse, and I just, in the daytime, I leave it open, and then at night I put a tote over top of it because I already have 1 pineapple plant that I brought in the house, and I think I'll get in trouble if I bring all of them.
Yeah, it gets ridiculous after a while. Jimmy Joe says, oh my, I will Zoom with the camera soon. Get ready, y'all. We're ready. So Tag, what were you doing the other day on the short when you had mud up to your knees? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. He was playing.
No, yeah. Yeah, I was clearly on vacation.
Mud pies.
I went the back of my dam for my brand new pond. Underneath the dam, I put a drawdown pipe so that I could pump water to the house. Just a 2-inch pipe. And I wanted to insulate it before it got too cold out here. So I went down there with my skid loader, and what I noticed was it was pretty soft. So that told me that something was leaking just right up in the edge of the dam where the elbows and stuff are. So I thought, okay, I'm going to dig this out and figure out if it's leaking. I'll fix it, whatever the problem is. Well, so I dig out around it and it busts and the elbow pops off. And so my pond, and if you guys can imagine, there's, 7 million gallons of water or whatever it is in that pond. And that pressure coming out of that pond was significant.
It's rushing out.
Yeah. And so now what? So I went and got the parts to repair it, and I had to climb in the water. And it's cold outside, but I had to climb down in the mud and the water to get that sleeve up on that pipe so that I could get the thing turned off, or my entire pond would have drained.
It would have just sat there and continued to
till it was over,
to drain.
Yeah, so it wasn't very much fun. Let me see. Jonathan says the problem is next time you go to the store to buy new socks, a couple years later, they never have the same kind you had before. Right.
Then you have to get the ones with the line on it or the word on it or the double stitching.
Yeah.
And you probably wouldn't even care, would you?
Care.
If I put a red one with a lined one?
Nope, don't care. Nope, don't care.
I would care.
The only time I care is if I'm meeting in a business meeting or something.
And you don't want 2 different colors.
That is all I care. Out here on the farm, I could care less.
See, to me, one would be tighter. I like lay them out and like see which ones are really stretched out, and those ones get put together, and then the ones that are tight and new get put together, because I don't want one saggy and one,
So you want both saggy?
I would rather have 2 saggy socks than one saggy sock and one tight sock. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you are such a weird creature.
Plus, if I put my long johns on and then I put the sock over top of it, it helps hold it up.
Not if they're
The
both
saggy
soggy.
ones. Yeah, the saggy ones.
So what you're saying is when you're
Because
wearing
I put the sock over top of
when you're wearing long johns, you're looking for saggy socks.
Not necessarily.
Okay. You're a mess.
No.
All my plants are up and looking amazing. Turnips, 4 different types of kale, cabbage, lettuce, radish, collard greens, you name it. I planted it.
Wow.
Congratulations. It says, look up Harmony Hills Farm, says Data. They are a 6-piece family band, mom and dad, 4 kids under 10. Yeah, they really are amazing. When at the Midwest Preparedness Project, I wasn't here at that. I wasn't there at the time because I was speaking in Tennessee, but they got up around the campfire and sang Amazing Grace at the camp out. And everyone said it was just simply amazing.
It was a nice touch to the evening.
Yeah. Let me see here. Hills Mill Homestead. Okay. Supplied all of the Danny's wood to build his barn. Oh, awesome.
Wow.
Oh, that's absolutely awesome. I've got a sawmill and I'm just trying to learn how to use it. But how amazing. If I ever get down there, I might come visit with you guys. Because I just love people who do that kind of work. Okay. Skane's girl. I keep a separate basket for unmatched socks. About once a month or sometimes longer, I go through them and match them up. Yeah. See if I can do this without losing my spot here.
When we moved here, I had a box of mismatched socks from the boys back. I mean, from 2009.
Let me see here. Thank you, Amelia. PDX, always good time with Mr. Danny, Miss Wanda. Yeah. I'll look up. I'm hoping you guys, Hills Mill, have a channel. When I get done here tonight, I'll look it up. And if it is, I'll subscribe and start following because I love that kind of stuff. Starla says, B, if you could look up calcium hydroxapate, what'd that say?
Okay.
Hydroxapate deposition disease and tell me what I can use, I would appreciate it. I have a tendon that is completely calcified.
Oh, okay.
Crystallized. Okay. Yep. I did a 4x8 raised bed and turnip greens. Yeah. How cool is that? Amen to the carry. God bless those who help themselves. I could not agree more. Just canned about 8 pounds of brisket. Oh, how cool is that? When is B going to get her Wallapini tag? This is Data fighting back.
Thank you, Data.
Yeah, so I've said this many times. I'm not going to start construction until the spring because now it's cold out and I don't want to be pouring concrete. So I'm actually limited by the weather, Data.
Well, we have other things that we are trying to get done first.
Yeah,
that is not on the priority list at this moment.
Yeah, so my not getting something done has to do with Mother Nature. You're getting something done is because you want to go to a concert.
We're going to see him tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. He knows I'm joking. The dude's hung out with me for 15 years.
Yeah, he's put up with you for
he knows.
A few years.
Yeah. Juby Joe says, thank you, B, for doing the sun oven video. I have 2 in their shipped boxes.
Nice.
Yeah. Alan just popped in. He says, hello. Well, hello, Alan. He finished building me pullet brooder. We have 16 in a galvanized tub in my living room. It's past time they need to go out in the barn. Yeah, B does that. We'll have them for a little bit. Sometimes if we can't get them underneath the mom, we'll have them for a little bit. Let me see. A half bubble off plum agrees with you. Brisket would go good with turnip greens. Yes, it would. See, I do the same thing. B with my socks. Yeah, it's crazy. And I know that she does it and she's doing it to take care of me. But the crazy thing is I really wouldn't care.
Who said that?
Mary Michelle.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. Yeah. New Day Farm says saggy socks would be a sensory nightmare for me. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm almost to the bottom. Amelia says she understands you and your sock issue entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Be the fix for the hammer toes. The underlying problem is much worse. It's a genetic issue I've never heard of before. If you're interested in learning, you can Google Charcot-Marie tooth disease. Charcot-Marie tooth disease. Yeah, B's into that kind of stuff. She loves the human body and how it works. I mean, I am sorry to hear that also, Jules. Yeah. And so says Skane's girl. I'm going to do a video when I go and ball my water from the well tomorrow. Oh, you should. It's amazing you get your well. You hand carry your water in Canada. Going through my wood faster than expected. What dry time would you choose for firewood? Is 6 months okay? Learning new wood stuff. Yeah, so I mean, 6 months is not as good as a year, but I would absolutely burn 6-month-old wood. It's kind of about what you have. We try to stage it like I cut down this year in the summer, all of my wood, not for this winter, but for the next winter. And it's just laying there drying. But I have wood that's been down 6 months that I would absolutely burn.
Ideally, though, 2 years out.
Yeah, and they
because the drier it is, the better it burns.
Yes.
The cleaner it burns.
Yes.
The
Well,
less...
I mean, even better be 4 years.
Okay.
Right, because they say for every inch of wood, a year it takes to dry.
Okay.
So how big of pieces do you have it cut? And it depends on the estimate. People, I've heard a lot of different ones.
It was always 2 years out that we would do, but that was because that's not what we had. I don't.
Yeah, Skanesgirl says it's just something I have to deal with. It sucks royally, but I've got things to do, adapt, and overcome. Yeah. What other choice do you have? Do you have? Okay, that's what relatives. Mandy says, ever since moving from city to farm life, I have more holes from brambles, barbed wire, etc. in my clothes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hard on clothes. B's always on me about it.
You are hard on clothes.
Let me see. Jules says to Starla, I'm glad you have. Laugh out loud. I can't remember how to pronounce it most of the time. Yeah, that was a hard one. I did pick up a subfloor today, Skanesgirl says. Oh, cool. Congratulations. We talked about that yesterday. Guess I'll be ripping out the old floor tomorrow and getting the first 8 foot done. Yeah, we were on the Zoom and Skanesgirl was there. And she impressed me. She was talking about, words like subfloor and joists and, all of these building terms. And then when I told her that I was, impressed, she kind of gave me that look like, duh, but it was cool. I was super impressed, Skanesgirl. Teresa says, data, give up the data we all want to know. Thank you. Rick says, my church is giving every member a complete Christmas dinner. I can't wait to cook mine.
Wow.
Yeah, cool. I love that.
That's wonderful.
Kelly is asking Jules if anyone's heard of the Weston A. Price Foundation, a Sally Fallon Morel. Check them out. That's one of my things they talk about. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. She's the lady that wrote, Sally Fallon's the lady that wrote the book, the traditions book that they were talking about at the last get together.
Mm-hmm.
The book that Tracy was holding up.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Tabletop was just talking about that same book.
Oh, good.
Andrew.
Yep.
Was just talking about that book. We got to get it.
Yeah, tabletop's super smart. Yeah, put it on your list. I'll buy it. We can get it for you.
Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming. I'm done shopping for you. I didn't get you anything.
That's awful.
Yeah, right. You're spoiled. Jules, a lot of semblance to neuropathy, mins and needles, pains, etc. can be painful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I haven't, but I'll definitely check it out. Okay, cool. Please add your recipes to the cookbook on the app, please. Yeah, guys, fill that full. And then I need to get someone who will log all of them and put them into a document and then get them to me. And then what I will do is I will have it edited and actually put into a cookbook for you guys. Nourishing Traditions, Hippocrates Garden says. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, that's the book.
Okay. Yep. I thought he was suggesting a name of a book.
That's the book. That's
okay.
The yellow book that Tabletop was talking about and Tracy was talking about. That
Big B.
Sally Fallon.
Big B wants to know what's your favorite dessert.
Not my favorite dessert. Yours.
Well, I'll answer it too. But
what?
What's your favorite dessert?
I like root beer floats.
Root beer floats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I would put a toss up between strawberry rhubarb pie and coconut cream pie.
Ew.
Would probably be my 2 favorite.
Those are ew.
Yep, Rick, I saw the app. Good thing moving forward. Yep, Juby Joe, I actually love wearing the same clothes over and over. It's freedom to do whatever you want. You know what, bud? Juby Joe, I'm going to tell you, I've said for many, many years that freedom is the ability to live life according to your own terms.
Yep.
And if that is your terms, I support you 100%.
You want to be rolling dirty? Go on.
You roll dirty. Yep. Let me see. Kelly says, my sister lives close to Sally's farm. That woman is amazing. Starla Doak says, I will log them. Okay, Starla, deal. If you will get them in a document, we probably want to continue to grow till we have enough to build a cookbook. And if we can log it, categorize it the best we can, then we'll get it to me and we will produce a freestanding cookbook. Blockchain says, I'm with B on socks. Pair them as close as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Starla says, but I got kicked out again. My password won't work. Yeah, there's something you're doing, Starla. And I don't know what it is because you've had this problem. Are you putting underlines in it or spaces in it?
I bet there's a space at the end because I do that.
Yeah.
frequently. I have to go back and look. And I don't know if it's because when I open the page, it adds it, or because my phone remembers it that way. But I always have to go back in and look at my email address and take the space off of the back.
There's something going on there, because the early in the deal we had some issues with passwords and some of that stuff, but I haven't had them for a long time. They're onesies and twosies now, and typically how technology works, if only one person's having a problem, it's not a freesteading issue, right? It's a cache problem. It's something going on in the phone. If I get 75 people who have the same problem, it's a freesteading issue typically. But again, I'll help you through it. Let me see here. Starla says, yes, very similar. I don't have the pins and needles and pain, just the dead neuropathy feeling. Unless I kick something or the dog steps on me, then I feel pain like I've never imagined. Oh, that sucks. Juby Joe says lemon coconut pie. I've never had lemon coconut pie. Jules, Starla's saying that you should try rubbing them down with Vicks and a heating pad. American Root says Bee's favorite has ice cream in it. That's my friend. Yeah. Parker's Garden says it's not dirt, it's patina. Juby Joe says I roll dirty clean. Starla says, okay. Getting Deep says creme brulee or bread pudding. Oh, see, those are. Oh,
yeah. Creme brulees are really
Those are great choices. Yeah, those are absolutely great choices.
Good idea.
Starla says it doesn't work. The EMG shows absolutely zero nerve reaction. Yeah, Jules, I'm sorry you're going through that. I really am. Do your best to get it fixed, to have whatever surgery you can have. I know it's intensive and all that, but. Okay, so what else do we got going on today? So gave away the giveaways. As I mentioned, the Hold the Line shirts with the bees holding all hands is in the store. I built that, plus Bees vacation shirt. Oh, here's something I want to talk to you guys about. Let me see if hold on, let me catch up real quick here, or this will get completely out of my way. Big B says, what are your goals for next year? Let me go first, because I have lots of them. I want to get, finishing this year through not necessarily the calendar year, but through the season. Guys, for us, when we homestead, it's really not a 2022 or 2023 thing. It's a winter thing, spring thing, summer thing, fall thing.
It's a fiscal year.
Yeah, for us. So finishing out this year, meaning for me, winter, I want to get pod 4 finished. That's a big thing to me. I have been, I was approached by a channel named Kirsten Dirkston. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but basically she highlights odd houses and weird off-grid stuff, and they want to come down and do a video on my home, and so I really want to get through that and get them down and do that. So that'd be big on my list. In the spring, I want to start construction on the Wallapini and get it done. And then the other big projects I've got for next year that I'd like to get done is the slaughter area behind your kitchen. I get all the concrete poured, get the cones up, get the a way that I can hang a deer or a cow or whatever, get that whole process, hot water, all outdoors, that outdoor kitchen kind of built. Would be I'm hoping that B doesn't try to convince me to grow the garden this year, because I think that we have a lot of space still to grow into, that we haven't grown into. And it's not, we can grow all we want, but you got to have the time to preserve it, and you got to have all of that stuff. And as long as we're in construction, I don't think it's wise to get too big on the garden front.
Okay.
I would also like to get some more fruit trees planted.
Yeah.
And then finally, I'd like to get some more fencing in.
Any fencing or what?
Just some more paddocks, some more.
Yeah. Like the sheep paddock?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That would be great.
Yeah. So what about you? See how I had all my goals? Like I knew exactly what I was headed towards?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would say that pod 4 is a priority. Mm-hmm. The fencing would be up there too. The slaughter area, I mean, we could slaughter right in our driveway if we had to, with the skid loader and holding up whatever. We don't have a cooler kind of thing set up, so to butcher a cow or something would be not okay. We would not have a place to hang that.
No, you don't to hang it, but you can certainly butcher it and get it in your freezers. Right?
My freezers are full.
Yeah, but they won't be by next year.
So, yeah, that's a lot of meat.
Mm.
That's a lot of meat, and I downsized on my freezers. So
yeah, guys, downsizing what meant she went from 3 to 2.
Yeah, well, I had one for chicken, one for beef, and one for like pork and others. You know, when you butcher a cow, that's a lot of meat. You need a whole freezer for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, coming down to 2, I don't have that anymore. So unless we were divvying it out to other people, we do not have the room for a whole cow.
Mm.
So yeah, shoot, that brisket took the whole shelf. You know, was that the brisket? Prime rib. It was the prime rib roast that was so huge. It wouldn't even fit in the pans that I owned. So, I wouldn't put that on the top of the list. The butcher area. But the fencing I would. Trees for sure, because that takes forever.
Mm-hmm. More
nuts. I need nuts.
More nut trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think more of your plants and all your swells and all that, your food forest, continue to push on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so where am I at here? Property says I watch her channel. Yeah, guys, it's a great channel, and like they called me. I'm not sure how they got to me, but they did. And so Lynn, hello, welcome. I'm really looking forward to them coming down and doing a video on my farm or on my house. I know B's not, but this house is so unique.
It is.
There are so many things I've never been shown on TV because there's just certain things that I don't want to, but it's a super unique house, and every room you walk into has got just tons of character, and there's things on it, trees and all kinds of cool stuff. So
yeah, that's
probably why they want to. Richard says, for my floats, I like to rotate between root beer, orange, and strawberry pop.
Oh, I've never had anything other. Orange pop with a root.
Yeah, Homestead said she loves watching Kirkston Dirksen. Yeah, she's got some interesting stuff. Yeah, same as Dana. Homestead Aquarius, awesome. She is coming to your place. Yeah, so they're going to come down and do a whole big filming on the house, but I have to get pod 4 done before they come down. So good luck with that. Jules, you're welcome.
Well, there's stuff in every single pod that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the trim in this room hasn't even been painted. It's up. We don't have blinds on the windows.
Yep.
Look, the blinds are all missing off of these windows.
Yep.
They're sitting down here on the floor.
Yep, I have them.
We have them. We just have not put them up.
Yep. See, Miley, hello. Mandy says, curious what kind of fencing, like wood, metal, barbed wire, etc., are you putting in? Okay. So,
oh no.
Yeah. So here's the thing, Mandy, is that what I want to put in. So my property, I've been fencing in 3-inch steel pipe, and I've been burying them 4 feet in the ground and putting 260 pounds of concrete in each hole.
And then welding.
And then welding it all together, because I only want to build it one time. So that would be my preferred method. But I may, on some of these paddocks on the inside of my property, I may put up just corner posts and run, T-posts and regular field fencing, because it's just so expensive to do it the way I'm doing it. I may not get to all of them short term with the permanent fencing, but I will, as time wears on, I will build permanent fencing that the cows can lean on, whatever can lean on. They're going to do their thing, and they're not going to hurt us.
Well, and T-post fencing I can help put up, but the welded fence I can't or won't.
Yep. Hey, Teresa's daughter just came in and told her that they had everything they needed to make a pumpkin roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. How cool is that? Julie says, I noticed that the stream slowed. Yep. There's 82 people in here right now. But it's all good. Slowing down actually is kind of nice a little bit. Sometimes it lets me catch up, because it's very important to me to try to address each and every one of you guys and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But sometimes it just goes by too fast and I can't. So it's not a bad thing. I just put my grilled cheese sandwich on the cookbook thread. Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I love the idea of building a cookbook. I'm curious, what or how many freezers do you have, size plus power management if shit hits the fan? Yeah, so she's got one large deep chest freezer, right? It's about 6 feet long and about 4 feet wide. Maybe not 3 feet wide, and maybe about 3 feet tall. It's pretty long. Anyway, and then she's got a tall upright freezer. And so these are freezers from our old house. As they burn out, I will replace them with more energy efficiency ones, Storm Rider. But I'm off grid, so I run solar. But my solar system runs her 2 freezers, the refrigerator, all the things that we have going on, no problem now. And so management at the shit it's the fan, I'm hoping solar will manage it. But we also have a root cellar. And so that root cellar will do some of those things too if I can't, for some reason the solar's not working. Have you all considered a walk-in freezer cooler? RN, I've been looking for one everywhere. I'm just trying to find one I can buy cheap enough that makes it work, because there's a lot to that. It's not just the freezer. It's how do I power it?
Yeah.
There's so many of these other things that go into it. But we will get a cooler at some point. Of course, the house has character tag. Look who built it. That's right. And it's so funny. I do it everywhere I go. In every room, I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to be bored in this room. I know that sounds weird, but yeah. I mean, I just don't want to be bored in a room.
Each pod has its own character to it.
Yeah, and I like it that way.
And it's kind of just what we've come up with, right? So like the cedar in the pod 1 and the beams in pod 2, and so. Yep.
Yeah, and I like it. I'm going to keep doing that. And pod 4 is going to be amazing. It's probably my favorite of all the pods so far, because it's just full of character. B says Big B says good projects. There's a walk-in cooler build I'm thinking of. They have a control kit for modifying an old window AC to keep it around 35 degrees for aging. Yeah, I'd be interested. If you get plans on that, I'd love to have an email so I could read it. Because for me, it's not just about that. It's also about energy consumption. There's just a whole bunch that goes on it.
Don't window air conditioners use a lot of electricity?
Well, are
they very efficient?
There are efficient ones.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought they were all kind of suckers.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I can run its own mini split system to it.
Oh.
Maybe, because they're really efficient. I just need to do some work on it. But since I don't have it, I haven't really spent a lot of time on it. Half Bubble Off Plumps is working on fencing here too. 6-foot chain link with tension wire are barb arms. Yeah, I like that idea a whole lot too. Terminator says, I'm still trying to get my addition closed in. My husband is just getting better. Still a little weak, so I don't want him climbing ladders, and my son has been so busy, but I'm trying. Yeah, you're doing great. Let me see. Grateful Heart says, laugh out loud. Nothing like a visiting video crew to raise the priority of the little things. I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know. It's just, I'm like, oh my goodness, and they're coming with a big old film crew and all of this stuff. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm just keep swinging as hard as I can, and keep trying to get it done, and try not to take myself too seriously along the way.
And then build community and
all the other things that go on. Yeah. Coraline, good night to you. Kelly Ireland says, if I'm putting animals on my property, what is the best kind of fence and post to put up? My friend put up cattle panels with T-posts, but their horses broke out. And my comfrey, an 8, I'm saying it's 8, my comfrey thing. This is why I don't like T-post fencing, is because the big animals, it's fine for goats and sheep. Fine. Well, in most cases.
I was going to say that one over there was leaning from there. I don't know if it's because they have too many animals in there, but it's their fence is leaning.
Yeah. I think if you're going to have a T-post fence, you have to hot wire it.
Oh.
Because if not, those animals just push on it and push on it and push on it. And the T-post, go up to any T-post, you can just push it right over. Or I can. It's just not that hard. And so that's why I'm not a big fan of it. It's why I want to put permanent fencing in. I want it where a cow can lean on it and it's not going anywhere, But that's expensive to build like that.
Well, and then you cannot change it if you're like, man, I wish that paddocks was bigger.
Yeah. You're not going to change it once I put it in, because you're talking about 260 pounds of concrete at the bottom of a pole that's in 4 feet in the ground and all that. But that's the fencing that I will be putting up. But again, that's a very expensive process to build fence like that. So I think, Kelly, to answer your question, it depends on budget. It depends on all those things. Cattle panels are better than field fencing, in my opinion. But field fencing is considerably cheaper. Barbed wire is cheaper than both of those, and you can run 3 strands of that. But I think that's all Band-Aids, in my opinion. Carlene says, I want to put freesteading on my laptop, but I don't remember my password. It's on my new phone now and just opens automatically. Yeah, well, you can go in and reset your password to whatever you want it to be, or go guess. But there's really not, I don't have any other way to,
should get one of them password books.
I hate those things. There's no way I'm using one of them.
Well, then but you remember your passwords.
I do. But I remember measurements from 6 months ago. So
I write stuff down.
Jules says, I finally got a lot of canning equipment I need, and now I need to learn how to can everything I have in my 7 cubic foot chest freezer so I can fill it again. Yeah, good call. Miley says, Tag, have you seen Danny's cooler? I have not. I didn't know he had a cooler.
You didn't see his cooler he built with the window air conditioner in it? It was like in pieces. He had he put panels up. I don't know if that's how all freezers are, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm going to build one at some point. Let me see. New Day Farm, the control modular is called a CoolBot. Okay. Jules says Danny's walk-in is really badass. Yeah. Pop every room and make it special. That's what I think too. I don't plan on ever moving again, and I built it all myself. And one of these days, I'm very, very excited that my grandkids someday will say that's the house that Grandpa built. And so I want it to be unique and characteristic. I mean, you guys seen I've got a yellow twirly slide off the back deck. And, I just like that kind of
You're
stuff.
trying to put it at the pond.
And I really want to take the slide down off the back deck, and I want to put it out on the dock at the pond, but I'm getting some resistance.
Should, because I don't want grandbaby to go down there and want to slide and then be in trouble, with it where it's at. If he or they want to slide, then it's right here. There's, the pond is so close. And I am not a very good swimmer, so it terrifies me to think of that being so close and a problem.
Yeah. Big Kid says to Kelly Iron, it depends on the animals, but the standard field fence covers more types of animals than most. I agree with that, but the problem is no matter what kind of fencing you put on T-post, it's still a T-post. You're not changing that. You're not changing that dynamic in any way. The field fencing's fine, but you're still at the end of the day have a T-post, which is not that great.
What about hedge posts? That would be better, right?
Hedge posts would be better
because you can't really push those over. They're a lot
depending on how far you put them in the ground, right? Depending on how soft the soil is. It depends on how wet it is. It depends on a lot of things, But yes, that would be better. Amelia says Jason from Sow the Land has built 2 walk-in freezers. One of them, one for them and one for Justin Rhodes. Yeah, I'll have to go back there and look. Whenever I buy a cooler, I'll start doing research on the best ways to do that.
Isn't Justin Rhodes, isn't his freezer in his house?
Maybe I don't watch either one of those channels. I don't have any idea. The problem, guys, is that I believe in, you guys, first of all, who are on this live tonight and who are part of the channel. I watch your shows. I try to be involved in my community, and there's only so many hours in the day. So very, very rarely do I get to watch a channel that's outside of my already circle, because it's just not enough hours in the day. Carrie Ireland says mostly horses and cows. Yeah, that's the problem with, in my opinion, if you're going to put up a T-post fence, you need to run a hot wire, because eventually they're going to get through it. They're just too big of animals. Let me see. Grateful Hearts. That's where I left off at. Or maybe I just blew by it. Okay, so Jonathan says to Grateful Hearts Ranch, we got a new pastor at my church. I was thinking of inviting the family over for dinner, but then I was like, I probably need a week to get the house ready for that kind of thing. Yeah. You should see poor B. We have company coming over. I'm always on it. I'm like, you got people coming over. You got 6 hours.
And then we have 2 indoor dogs. So I can mop. And then 1 hour later, it looks like, we've lived a good life in that room.
Yeah.
I'm like.
And I'm like 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah. And then the dog's up on the couch and I'm like, you know better.
Tactical Redneck Equipment. Hey, how are you? Working on fencing as well. Cedar posts charged and coated in pine tar. Yeah. See, I think you really have to invest in good fencing like that. Tactical Redneck. I mean, I think that's really the way to go, because if not, I don't want to be 80 years old building fence. I don't want to be 70-year-olds building fence. I want to build it one time. I want to build a good fence. And T-posts are just not that. Carlene, did you save your password in the settings on your phone? If so, you can go find it there. Oh, Jules, thank you. Great idea. Big Kid says wood posts stay put better. They do, but they also rot. Now, unless you're talking about hedge, a hedge post isn't going to rot, but pretty much all the rest of them. Well, cedar does pretty good. Also, redwood does okay too, but I've got a gas generator plus 2 solar generators. What is your generator of choice? I am seeking one more. Okay, this is actually an interesting topic. So I have 3 generators. I have a Champion that I use to basically just run around with and weld fence and do those kinds of things. I've got a small Honda, but I don't have enough power for too many things. So that would be more of like a little camping generator. And then I have a Generac big whole house generator. that's my backup, and I would never recommend a Generac generator. Not because they're not good generators, because there's no issues with that part. But as soon as they figured out I lived off grid, they notified me that they were canceling my warranty. So I bought a $5,000 generator that never got a warranty on it, and they wouldn't return it. They wouldn't do anything because I live off grid. And so I would never recommend that. So I don't, beyond that, I've never owned a Kohler. I hear they're good. And I know a generator installer who does it for a living who recommends Kohler, but I have no personal experience with them. Manny said, I've been looking to buy a nail gun to build a duck coop and other builds. So what kind of nail gun would you recommend that is petite, women friendly, and reliable? I would recommend a screw gun, first of all. I don't build with nails very often. I typically will build with screws. But if you wanted to build with nails, if it was me, I would go buy a Milwaukee battery powered nail gun. And if you wanted a little cheaper version, like a rigid or something like that, which I have lots of rigid tools, I would go buy one of them, like a 16-penny nail gun, like a framing nail gun if you wanted big nails, or they make, 8-penny nail guns and some of the other things too. But if it was me, I'd be using screws. Jimmy Joe says, I would hot wire everything. Yeah. Big Kid, tamp wood post in with number 57 gravel. They get tight and save money. Yep. Kelly Allen says, Big Kid, I was thinking that. Thanks for verifying that for me. Yep. Stains Girl, sounds like you need a framing gun, but you could just use a drill and screws. That's what I would use. My entire house, with the exception of trim, so, window trim and stuff like that, there's no nails in my entire house. My entire house is built with screws. Prep for the internal homestead. Hello, I'm late. Nope, you were right on time. Pizza Squatchy says Danny Cooler is super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. I need to go check that out. I went right by data. Where is he at here? Okay, there you go. What's your go-to YouTube channel when you're bored and killing time? Oh my goodness. So what I try to do when I have time, I try to first of all catch up on the community. Like American Roots will put out, a video, or, there's a lot of them out there. Terminator will put out a video, Data, you'll put out a video. So that takes up a lot of my time, but there's a lot of channels out there that I watch. Like I like history. So, if I'm really bored and I've caught up on all my channels, and I know like one of my Starving the Beast videos is coming out, like I'm thinking about the credit system is one that I want to do pretty quick here. I'll type in from both the left side and the right side, I'll type in about credit, and whatever videos pop up, I'll just sit there and just listen to someone else's interpretation of the credit system and just try to get all the information I can before I provide any information out. I used to watch Canadian Prepper a lot, but it just is such a sales pitch all the time. And so I kind of stopped doing that. I've watched, what's another one I would watch a lot? Full Spectrum Preparedness, I'd watch a little bit. But I mean, I have so many amazing supporters between Permapatcher and Danny at Deep South, and, Black's Tropical Homestead and Tabletop Farms and Data and Spags and Grumpy Acres, and, just all of these, great people out there that I pretty much spend my time right there.
Yeah.
Most of it, Cul-de-sac Grocery Garden. Hello. Says, hi, y'all. Been listening on my phone. I was so tired of being on my laptop. Didn't want to go get it and log on. Been working 12-hour days. Picked up a quarter side of beef this week. Nice. Tiny 5-pound brisket. Yeah, but you picked up a quarter beef. How cool is that? Juby Joe says, password Bible is a must, and use pencil in a binder with sheet protectors. Richard says, do you have a solar fridge and freezers, or are you powering them through an inverter? I'm powering them through an inverter. But so anytime I buy an appliance, like we just got a new refrigerator not very long ago, and I went and did all the research I could do to find the most energy efficient side-by-side, refrigerator that met B's needs, but was the most energy efficient. So I power them all through an inverter. I have 3 7,000 watt inverters that power my entire home. Terminator, my son-in-law works in refrigeration and builds his own walk-in cooler. Yeah, I wish he lived by me because I'd put him to work. Hippocrates says he's used CoolBots. Yep, I keep a file in Evernote for most of my passwords. I don't put my passwords in anything. I memorize them all. And I've got like 7 that I alternate through.
Okay.
And I just keep them. And then once in a while, I got to add a new one because they won't take my old one.
I was going to say, a lot of them are like, you can't use this one. It was a one already used.
Yes, but then what I do is from there, if I get to that spot, which happens all the time, what I do is I pick a new password based on the same format, because then I remember it easier. Does that make any sense?
No, on the same format.
Yeah. So like
a sentence.
Yeah, like a sentence. Like let's say the sentence is,
my puppy dog is brown.
Yeah, my puppy dog is brown. And so instead of making the password "my puppy dog is brown," it might be MPDB. You know, like I'd make it up out of that or whatever it is, so that I would just change to the cat. Like I would use the same.
So you would try my puppy dog is brown, and then you'd say my kitty cat is brown.
Right. Or my kitty cat is gray because my cat was gray.
Okay.
But I'm trying to use the same sequence because then it helps me remember it.
Oy.
I know, right? I'm weird. Okay, where am I at here? Mandy says a couple months ago I saw a used stainless steel walk-in cooler for $3,000. We weren't ready to buy it, but I thought it looked pretty good. Yeah. I have seen several stainless steel coolers that I could have bought, Mandy, for $700. Several. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet because I'm not ready to deal with the project. And then is that where you want to invest your money at that moment?
To let it sit.
Yeah, to let it sit. Cul-de-sac Grocery Garden says, I bought 5 cubic foot little freezers that can be put anywhere in the house. Yeah, that's not bad. Carlene, good night. Stretch that field fence tight, then tighter and tighter again before you staple it on. Yep, tighter the better. Ed Coffin is talking to Tactical Redneck and says, man, you ain't playing. You must have quit school because I had recess. But here's the thing, guys, build it once. Go that extra mile, in my opinion. Selling the house while living in it has been crazy fun. You have to have everything perfect at all times. It's exhausting. Yeah. I don't ever want to go through that again. Because, selling their house always has to be show ready.
Yes.
But yet you're living the life of a homesteader and prepper.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Life with a golden retriever. Is field fence the same as perimeter fence? Well, field fence could be a perimeter fence, but field fencing, Mandy says there's welded wire, there's woven wire, and the woven wire is better. So your field fencing, like they'll have it for sheep and goats, they'll have it for cows, they'll have it for bigger animals, different gauges of wire, different size of squares.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, what you're really looking for is a welded wire or a woven wire. Let me tell you what the difference is. This is really important. So a welded wire, where the 2 wires cross, it's I don't really think it's welded.
Tack welded.
Yeah, but it's basically permanently fixed. And so the problem with that type of fencing is any type of movement in your land, your fence has got bows in it because it won't stretch. It won't change its position or anything. And so it's really hard in a welded fence to get your fence line right, unless you live on perfectly straight ground, which I don't know that it exists.
Does it break easier as the animals are leaning on it?
Well, it depends on the gauge. I mean, it depends on the gauge of the wire there, right?
Well, because I've seen some fences that when the animal leans on it, it like bends.
Yeah.
The woven wire, it's like it shifts on itself, so it moves.
Yeah. When the woven wire has a knot basically that flexes, so the fence
it's
can
like
kind of
flexes,
bend.
Kind of to where the welded wire does not.
Parker's Garden says, with inflation, where one used to use an 8 penny, do we need to use now a 12 penny?
Oh,
yeah, probably. Wheelhouse 5500 is an awesome generator if you can find one. I think it's a Generac. I have 2, work great. Yeah, I don't have any problem with a Generac generator, how it works. What I have a problem with is the company. I'll never buy another one. I plan to put a cool bot on a window unit in my basement. It stays so cold in the winter, it would probably only run a few months. Yeah. Hill Mills Homestead says cedar, black locust, honey locust, and I don't know what that tree is.
Catapult.
Yeah. Cattle paw. All make great fencing posts and highly rot resistant. Yeah, we've got a lot of honey locust out here. I don't have a lot of black locust. I've got cedar and honey locust and hedge. We have mostly out here where we live, Hills Mill, we use hedge posts mainly. Have battery operated plastic mats for my leather couches. One option is the Rottweiler shock. I'm scared to touch it. Yeah. When bored riding in the truck, David the Good. Bear Independent was another one.
There's a battery powered plastic mat to put on the couch to keep the dogs off.
Apparently, I've never heard of it. It shocks them.
I'm looking for something.
Yeah, because they're
just clawing at the couch.
Yeah. Tag, I do the same with my passwords. Yep. Hills Mills says thanks. Kelly says thanks to Hills Mills. Low cost off grid appliances can be found in a junkyard that has wrecked RVs. Well, that's true if you're running 12-volt systems. Well, I guess RVs, some of them are 110 that run
I
off
don't
an
know.
inverter. Yeah, some of them.
They're also small refrigerators.
Yeah.
In a RV.
Yeah. So I get down here a little bit. Okay, let me see. Teresa says celebrating Appalachia is amazing. Tipper tells about the old ways of doing things. I believe eventually we'll go back to that way. Yeah. I think you're right. What see, cul-de-sac grocery garden says, what do you do with bones after you make broth? I made all the broth at once, and now I have a 5-gallon bucket worth of used bones. Do I just throw them away? We give them to our dogs.
Not bird bones, though.
Not bird bones, right? Bird bones we would throw away. Now, some people compost.
Or compost.
Yeah. Nudie Farm says woven wire is better for goats. If a goat has horns, they get hung up in field fencing. Cul-de-sac, dehydrate and grind them. Yeah, you can do that. Make bone meal. Yep. I don't have a dog like dehydrating the food dehydrator. Okay. Yep. Tactical Redneck says, I'm, quote, unemployed, full-time on the homestead, work harder than any job I've ever had. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I joke all the time, Tactical Redneck, about, I've never spent so much money to live like I'm camping. Oh, wow. Could it be used on the garden? Yeah, a lot of people compost that stuff. Steve says, tag, what about a home or homesteading butchering room for those wanting to learn to butcher? Yeah, we have a processing kitchen where we'll do a lot of that kind of stuff. Where people can come in and learn to butcher and help teach us to butcher, right?
Yes.
Because there's a lot of ways people do things and you learn new stuff,
yes,
all the time. But yeah, we have that already. We just, got to use it more. Let me see here. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at here. Jonathan says poultry bones should be easy to crush after making broth. Yep, I agree. It's big old beef bones. Oh, so they're big bones. Yeah, I would give them to my dogs, but you could absolutely make.
Or to the chickens. Yeah. They like peck at the whatever's left.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would dogs.
Be Amazon. Yeah, she needs to be a little taller to be an Amazon. I don't know what that means. That was supposed to be funny. How do you dry your bones so that it can be crushed? I thought I dried mine after making broth, but still hard. Yeah, I've not done a lot of this.
I don't know about bone broth or bone meal.
Nudie Farm says, we're in an RV. I replaced the fridge with a mid-size, runs on 12 volt. Yeah, I've got a 48 volt system, and then through inverters gives me my regular 220, power, here. So, Tipper, yes, woven wire will flex. Welded wire just breaks. I only use welded for poultry, dogs, and sheep. Yeah, and I think where you can keep it level. My problem is just the way it bends. Cul-de-sac grocery garden, grind them into bone meal. Mandy Garrett, I don't have a dehydrator. I put them in the oven on the lowest setting until they get brittle. Throw them in my coffee grinder.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Thanks, everybody. The bone meal. Why didn't I realize that? Hey, that's what these are for, right? We're learning all kinds of stuff together.
Yes.
Juby Joe says the mat uses a 9 volt and can be bought by size. Awesome. Oh, which is probably what Juby Joe is saying on Amazon. Go to Amazon and you can find the dog mat.
Okay.
And she's saying they run on 9 volts, which is super cool. I love that because I don't like powering it with my system. See, Mandy Garrett says, Gainesville. I see. Thank you. Yep. Got to go. Good night. Lots to do tomorrow. Take care and be safe. Good night, Terminator.
Yeah.
Mandy Garrett, you're very welcome. Okay, got it. Pinball has a video on how to make bone meal.
There you go.
Yep. On the other end of the power spectrum, we run our house with a regular fridge and a 7 cubic feet freezer and can use one of the following: AC, microwave, washing machine off a single 2,000 watt Ames inverter. Yeah. Pinball has videos on making bone broth. Yep. Buy the mats for your couches on Amazon. Yes. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Sometimes, guys, it's hard. You guys will make a comment and I won't have the next comment for 10 comments. And by the time I get to it, I forgot what that other comment was. So thank you for clarifying that.
Yes.
Yep.
And I will look into that.
Yep. I appreciate that a lot. I was curious. I had a question for you guys tonight. So it was asked of me today. We were sitting around as we were talking about building a homestead and what are the things that you should consider before starting construction? Right. What are the very basic principles? I know what I considered, but I would be interested for you guys. Like when you sit down, where do you begin the process? Or you say, okay, it's got to be low maintenance. It's got to be, like for me, it was security. I wanted to make sure, because I believe if you can't keep it, you don't own it. And so security was a huge piece to me, where I put buildings, what you could see from the road, what you could see from the air. I mean, all of these kind of things. But I'd be interested to hear from you guys as you started your journey, or even if you haven't started it yet and you've been contemplating, where do you begin? What's the first step, and how would I best advise future homesteaders on how they should begin the process? I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say.
Because it'll be different.
Manny Garrett says, at one point I got frustrated that I can't crush the bones. I thought to ask my husband to run his 70 horsepower tractor over it. Yeah, that'd be one way to do it. Yeah. Juby Joe says she knows. Yeah. And again, I'm sorry. It gets to be a lot of, conversation in there, and gets to be a little bit hard, So Big B says water quality would be number one. Yep. I think I would challenge that just a little bit, though, because if what we're talking about is buying a homestead, I would think that this would be super relevant, right? How good is the water? How good is the dirt? Those kind of things. What I'm more referring to is when you start construction. So you have your land and you're trying to figure out, okay.
And there's nothing on it
There's
yet.
nothing on it.
So
And
the house is not there.
Yep. Where do I put the house? Where do I put this? Where do I put this? How?
Where do you start?
What's the beginning steps to that? Because to Big B's point, I think in buying land, he's 100% correct. The Big B is 100% water, 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 water. Hippocrates says, if possible, orientation to the sun for passive solar. It is possible to have water uphill to feed the house or the garden. Gravity, basically, permaculture design. Okay. Cul-de-sac says, my son and I debate layout all the time. I think if large pond at front, it helps protect entry to the property. Okay. Yep. Flood zone. I would agree with that New Day Farm in reference to buying land. But I'm more referring to, once you have the land, what's the first step in figuring out? I have some friends of mine who just bought a piece of land and they're trying to figure out where to begin. And let me see here. Blockchain says YouTube channel for stress tests and comparison on lots of tools. D Jones says security is tough when you bought and already set up a piece of land. Yes, but I think you can still consider security as you're building new things and you're putting fencing up and you're planting trees and you're doing these things. But I agree. Verge permaculture book, and of course, building your permaculture property. Directional facing, water access, security, distance to neighbors in town. And again, I think a lot of those are buying. But again, what we're talking about is
it's already bought.
It's already bought. Where?
Now what?
What's now what? Okay, so you found this land. It met your needs.
Do I
now
start
what?
the house? Do I get the water going? Do I get the trees going? Do I figure out the garden? Do I put the?
So EV says keep driveway, house, garden, barn out of water runoff areas. Totally agree. Yeah, totally agree. Rick says always use hardwired security wireless because wireless is super easy to hack. Yep, again, I agree 100%. Jules says security number one, water availability, soil quality, orientation to build the house, as well as solar use. Yep. What about orientation of home site like Arcopia talks about to take advantage of passive solar? Yeah, I think this is a big one, right? Because now you want to build your house, but you got to think, okay, I need to power it.
Yeah.
But I think there's more to it than this. I don't think it's just solar. I think it's also, how do I pump water to it? How do I deal with the septic? Is my septic, assuming I'm going to put a septic in, where's my septic located in reference to my water sources?
Yes.
Like things like that,
And it has to be so many feet from all of those.
Yeah. Okay, where am I at? What about, okay, EV says if your land is hilly, do not put in your driveway straight up a hill. Yep, wash out during heavy rains. Yeah, see, I think these are great points. This is what I'm getting at right here.
Right.
Is what are you considering in going through it? MD of Wisconsin says definitely placement of all your building locations. Yep. American Root says, I would say where to begin. What is the number one priority? What are your needs for next year? See, I like this too, prioritizing what's coming right in front of you.
Well, yeah, like a place to live.
Yep. Ellen Davis says, I wanted out so bad, bought a shed and finished building the house around it. Fetched water for several years till I put in the well. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cul-de-sac says, great minds think alike. Yep. Jochi, when houses were built many years ago, they planned where the sun rises and sets for the position of the house, sunny on the side of the kitchen for the morning, setting on the side of the living room or bedroom for the night. Yeah. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our house, when I built it, we faced the sun. We also built our overhangs to deal with the summer sun versus the winter sun and things like that. But I think that's exactly right. Let me see. Hippocrates says septic. Ooh, you mean buckets? No, I mean septic. Yeah, I put a septic in. I didn't want to deal with the buckets.
Or a poop pond.
I don't want septic. I want a poo pond. So he wants a lagoon. Yep. Prep said, we did a general plan on house location and positioning the outside buildings and gardens close to home. Really have to think out the whole picture, solar available, water, etc. Yeah, see, I think, Prep, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You have to think out the whole picture. And again, these friends that I'm talking about, I know will go back and listen to this. And so I'm trying to get them advice on where to begin.
Yeah.
You know, and not to just consider Tag's opinion because I'm flawed and I only know what I know. And you guys are super smart, and maybe that this will help them.
Well, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
When you buy a piece of property that doesn't have your infrastructure on it yet, there's a lot to think about.
Yeah. Yeah. Big B says, determine the flow of the use of the land. It sure is nice to have a roundabout access around the perimeter to help determine use depending on the size of the acreage. Yep. Evie, also ice and snow. Oh, super important. Yep. We are redoing fences for security. Security, water, and money, Teresa says. Start any and all long lead time stuff. This is a great one right here. Yep. Fruit trees, grapes, and take notice of the way things go on the land, i.e. water movement, wind, etc.
Yes.
Super smart. Yep.
And if you take note to those things before you start building, it'll help you in the end.
Yeah. Yes, it will. I love this, start the fruit trees and grapes and take notice of those things.
Yep. That was a good one.
Yep, that was a really good one. American Root says, I'm drawing my plans and making lists now. That way, when the time comes, I have some kind of place to start in the thought process to match with the land.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't necessarily think there's any wrong answer, but I've done it, and I can tell you there's, as B was just talking about, there is so much to consider. It's, in a lot of ways, very overwhelming.
Yeah, the way the storms come, the way the...
Yep. Where I'm at, 99% of the storms come in two directions. And because 99% of the storms come in two directions, you can face the opening of an animal shed, for example, in the directions that the storms never come from, right? And there's just things like that.
Yeah.
Evie says, house position, take a look at wind breeze direction so you get a good cross ventilation during the summer if in warmer climates. See, I think this is super important. Right? When you open windows on two different sides of your house, did you position yourself in a manner
for a nice breeze
to lay off your air conditioning? Right. Can you take care of some of it? Can you funnel the water or tunnel it, the air, right? Like we did in pod 4.
Yeah.
You know how the air gets funneled to it?
Yeah.
Super good. Love that. Arthur Lee Tag, haven't found land yet, but just negotiated a deal on a new temporary rental. Cool. We'll have as much acreage as I want to use for planting. And we'll also have 4 times the interior space. So that's good. Congratulations to you. Planting space, more. You can store more and grow more.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Sunrooms and porches on the south side. Yep.
Yep.
B's greenhouse is on the south side of the house. And yes, congratulations, Arthur. Driveways are best when you do them on contours to prevent washout and never-ending repairs. Yeah, Evie, we put our driveway in. We tried to hug the top of the hill the whole way until you just turned right down in at the last moment for that exact reason. RN says, begin by having a perk test by a reputable tester and get it permitted by the health department is close to being number one due to if you cannot get a conventional septic system, a non-conventional system is big money. Yeah, out here you can also get a lagoon, which is actually less money than a septic. Mm-hmm. I didn't want one, but yeah, I think that's a good point. And also many states are moving away from the perk test or going towards the soil tests. And so you can also get a soil test done. That's what we did. And
the difference is what? A perk test
so
measures how fast the water dissipates in a hole.
So a perk test, we drill a bunch of holes. We fill it with water.
Of holes.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 holes. We fill them all with water, and then they time how fast the water comes out. And based upon how fast the water comes out, tells them how well the system will drain. A soil test, you dig a 4-foot hole deep in the ground, and they go in and test soil in a couple different locations.
That's what they did to ours.
That's what they did to ours.
Yeah.
And then they come back and say, okay, this is the feet of lateral lines, and this is how deep you want it to be.
That's how they determined the.
That's right. Yeah.
Because it is different for different houses. I remember that.
Yep.
The length of the Pipes.
Yes.
Pipes?
Yeah, lateral lines.
Lateral lines.
Yeah.
And how many of them are
And
there?
how many of them there are. Yep. Animal shelters need protection from the north and northeast sides. Yeah, I actually try to give them protection from the north and the east, mainly, and a little bit from the south. So where I'm at, nothing ever comes from the west. So you can always
From the west?
Nothing here ever comes from the east. Everything comes from the north and the west.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we want an opening to the east because we'll just never get no storms come that way.
Right. Not usually.
Yeah. D. Jones says in the past, homes had front door and back door across from each other to allow the cross breeze and cooling. Yeah, I think these are the things you got to think about, guys, because you may not always have air conditioning, right?
Right.
And you can do a lot just by positioning things correctly. Hippocrates says, in all seriousness, the Verge book can really, really help. They spend a whole lot of time on diagnosis of needs and such, along with SWOT diagnosis, DI, and the design will be easy. Yep. Have a baby fruit tree and grapes in large pots so they can move with me when I find my property. Oh,
nice.
So this is a great example right here of starting the process of growing your fruit trees and grapes and stuff before you even move. Except then you have to move them.
Yeah, but
Mary Michelle says, I have my RV to live in while considering where to build and put in trees. Yeah. Okay. That did not just blow right by. Yep, right there. Okay. Prep for the Eternal Homestead said, always try to keep in mind, will this work when I'm older? Great.
That's what you say.
That's what I say, but this is a great point.
Yeah.
Right? How will this work when you're older and you have a harder time getting around?
Yeah.
Yep. Fruit trees close to the home. Tactical Redneck says, I think the more time you take to get a feel for the property, the more your plan will get refined. So don't rush unless you have to. Good advice. Mandy says to Hippocrates Gardening, all I can say is it depends. Yeah, that's like the common answer to permaculture.
Yes.
What about this? It depends.
It depends.
Dog trots are also good building choices in warmer climates. Okay. New Day Farm says fruit trees are a good one. We purchased in 2016. I've canned pears the last 2 years. Yeah, congratulations. Mandy Garrett, and when using Google Earth, click save often. Yeah. Yeah, I've actually used that to my advantage. Half Bubble Plum says study land and at different times of the day, where to put the house, then outbuildings, garden, orchard from there. Did temp perimeter fencing first, then barn to store equipment first, then well, the house, and the second well. Yeah. See, Kelly says, I did the same thing. My orchard plants are all in pots. Yeah, cool. I honestly just getting to the point I'm not going to be incredibly picky. I need a safe place around like-minded people. It's not optimal at all, but sometimes you're pushed with little or no options. Yeah, sometimes you got to make the best of the options you got.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Tactical Rating is the same here with storms. I have on misplaced animal shelters. Yeah. When I think when you have animals, you have a responsibility to those animals. Let's see, same here. Okay, got it. Jules, people are upside down in their home values now. I think that lower price properties are coming, not soon enough, but hopefully coming. I actually 100% agree with that statement. House prices, there's a piece of property not very far from me that a like-minded family who we often talk to really looked at. And I'm going to tell you, 3 months ago, would have cost what that would have cost them then versus what it's going to cost them now. The difference is $100,000. And so I think house prices are coming down. American Root says, moving day tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. Continue holding the line. Hey,
wonderful.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
We'll be thinking of you.
We will think of you. Yep. And design is not a one-time thing. It's a forever iterations. It absolutely is forever. But there's a lot of things that can be moved, Hippocrates, but there's some that cannot. You're not moving your house once you build it. You're not, right? You're not moving your buildings once you put them in.
Yeah.
And so making sure you get them placed correctly and for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Right. Me too. Orchard and pots. Yep. Hippocrates, great tip. Yep. Garden, very true. I've been trying to be patient for that and continue to prepare, but things continue to devolve daily. I know I'm stuck here at least till I get through court. Yep. How many people have you watched or heard of that bought the cheapest and worst property available, but after time and effort, they're so much better? Many. Because the fact of the matter, you can do a lot to dirt. You can make it better and better and better. There's a lot of things you can do there. And I think owning property is just critical.
Yes.
I would take more land that wasn't as good over a smaller piece of land that was much better.
Yeah.
Because I can do much more of that. For B,
Yes.
mats that have the shock or beeping option for animals, DQ inlet. I'm 2 sizes, much love. Yeah, thank you. Dana Green says new job tomorrow. Yeah, good night.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations and good night.
Good luck.
Yeah, I think the whole process of where to on your homestead of where to build things is just such a complicated thing, you know.
Shoot, we couldn't even agree on where to put the driveway,
Yeah.
like just to get onto the property.
Yeah.
And then the county came in and said, no, you're not putting it where you want it.
Yeah.
You're putting it where
Well, that's
you
not what
want
they
it.
said. They said I can put it anywhere I want to put it. But what they said is I really recommend that you move it to this location, and this is the reason why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that they would not allow us.
No, they would allow me to put it anywhere I wanted to, but where I wanted to put it
was lower.
It was lower, and so when you came up over the hill on the main road, they were worried about accidents and those kind of
traffic.
things. Yeah, they wanted me to put it up at the very, very peak of the hill so you could see it from both directions for a long
So it'd
way.
be easier to get in and out.
Yeah, MJ from Wisconsin says early day tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Yep, good night to you too. Yep, and thank you for coming. But yeah, if you let me see, Hippocrates says look up scales of permanence. You start with the things that are harder to change and are more permanent: climate, landscape, water, roads, trees, structures, fence, soil, or some version of that. Yeah, that's great advice. If you're doing your own work, it's important to get to know your building department. They are usually more than helpful and like to talk to normal folks. Out here, you don't really have to get involved with them at all. I mean, you file a permit and that's the end of it. They don't need to do inspections. They don't do anything. So Jody says, all 3 of my kids used to take turns doing the dishes. Later, people used to ask me, how come you don't have a dishwasher? I would tell them they all moved out. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Cul-de-sac says, I always look at the topography map of properties, but it is very intimidating to think about where to put things. It is, and there's so much to consider. This is why I thought all you smart people would help this particular couple that I'm thinking of as they go down this journey. And, you know, what are the things? Because the truth is they're going to do it their own way.
Yeah.
And whatever way they pick is the right way. But if we can get them thinking about, oh, don't forget this.
Right. And they
don't forget
oh,
that.
I didn't even think about that.
That was really the you know, the main goal to all of it.
Yeah.
Let me see. Mandy says it is a good idea to build a pond on the highest point on the ridge with no other water sources except rain. Well, at the highest point, you're not going to get very much rain, right? If the only way a pond's going to fill with rain is runoff, then you probably want to put it at the lowest piece, right? So that all that runoff ends up down in there. If you put it at the top, how's your pond ever going to fill? Rain won't fill it by itself without runoff, unless it won't. It can fill it. I was going to say unless it's really small, but here's the problem, baby, is the pond gets smaller, so does the less rain.
Yeah, we get 2 inches.
Right.
That's a remarkable rain too, a 2-inch rain. Right. But then that's a lot of. Yeah. That would be a lot of empty space in the pond.
Yeah. Deanna just joined us. Hello, Deanna. How are you from northern Minnesota? I bet it's nice and warm and toasty up there. Juby Joe says, I'm pooped out. Juby Joe, thank you again for coming. It was good to talk to you again. Richard said the funds are limited when building your home. Start small, but design it so you can easily add on rooms later. Great advice. I did this. So this is great advice. Build for pods. Yeah. Yep. I 100% agree with that. And I go a step further to talk about adding rooms on. One of the ways you do that is to make sure your sidewalls are tall, so you can get up underneath the overhangs without having to tie into the roof. Build that first pod a little extra tall, and it'll allow you to add on much easier. D. Jones says, we're putting in 9 fruit trees near the garden and close to where I can plant more pollinators. Yep, great idea. Hippocrates says, Manny Garrett, depends. Anywhere you can capture and hold water high in the landscape is good. It is a potential energy that gives you the options. Yeah, having the water high, you can maybe use that energy, but having the water high makes it really hard to fill. Unless you have a way to fill that pond. Like if we had a pond, for example, on the top of our property, it would never have water in it because they don't have no way to fill it.
Right. We were in the droughts and
right. My big pond stays full because it's at the very bottom of a valley, and so I get all that runoff that runs down towards it.
Yeah.
Mandy Garrett, I told my husband that permaculture gives me confidence to make mistakes. Oh, I love that. Yeah, you're going to make plenty of mistakes, Mandy, and it's okay, and they're all recoverable. We make lots of mistakes. Cul-de-sac says, I live in an area full of springs. Hitting water when trying to put in a foundation is a bigger worry to me than putting in a pond. Yeah, if you got springs all over the place, then you might pull one off up high. But out here, in the way that the weather works out here, we want a big basin that collects lots of water, and I could not do that high here. On YouTube, right. Check out the video, Celia, from water to stone at the Bramberg Ranch. Okay. Deanna says, we were blessed with a 30-degree day, saving on fuel. Yeah, they're in Minnesota. And for many people, high in the landscape for their property may not be the top of the water catchment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. I can just tell you, that make sure wherever you put it, you're catching plenty of water. Because if you rely on the rain that falls directly into the pond from directly above the pond, you're going to struggle keeping the pond full. You have to give the neighbors a holler, step one. Oh, that's a good advice. Go meet your neighbors.
Yeah.
Really good advice. That's absolutely something you should put on the list.
Because you never know what they'll tell you.
Yeah. Good job, Big B. Totally agree. Well, and just making friends with them and make sure that they know you're not, the enemy, and that you're a good person and you'll help them out. And that's super good advice. Yep, I love that a lot. Yeah, springs are fantastic, Jules. I agree. You simply design the pond location with it filling and being useful both in mind. That's why the pond I'm building is about a half the way in the elevation change. As long as you got water going into it, you'll be okay wherever you put it in. But I don't know. I know people who have built ponds that never have water in them because they thought they could go into an open field and just put water in and it would magically show up in there. But the rain just falling, from the air, it's never going to fill the pond. New Day Farm found it. Oh, cool. Yep. Super, super good. Hey, so let's talk about something else here real quick. First of all, you guys, thank you for the pointers and keep putting them in there because this couple, I'm telling you, is going to listen to this and going to read all of these. And it's really going to help them in their journey to live free. And what better gift can we give to all of these people, right, than help them do exactly that? And so Big Kid says, rain fill and it's full now, just nowhere near finished. Yep. Don't people believe in witching for water? I thought it worked. You know what's funny about that? They witched for water for my well. Yep. And they hit water. I don't know. I don't understand how it works, but
because we were going to put the well over here and they said it would be better over here.
Yep. And
actually they told us two places on the opposite side of where we were going to put it. So we got to pick which location we wanted. Yeah. Right?
Yep. And they said, we'll do it anywhere you want. But we went with their recommendation and hit water at 60, the first one. Yeah. The first one and hit water at 64 feet. Jonathan says, probably good feedback from many others too, including me. Yeah. I didn't think about that, but Jonathan, you're exactly right.
Right.
For all those people who are trying to find land and these things, these kinds of things are really great. We should log them somewhere. Right, all these ideas, and so that when these people are trying to make these journeys, we can be the good neighbor. The neighbor guy land, he said 80 feet. I ended up being 182 feet. Yeah. Okay, where did that all go?
Oh, message deleted.
Oh, they must have deleted it. Okay. My dad could witch for water and for gold, just didn't like to do it. Well, I could witch for gold, I'd be doing it all the time. Right? Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, guys. So a lot of you guys asked me about these Freeman hoodies and hats and all of that stuff. So I put another order in for hats day before yesterday, and I ordered. These are gray and black with the Freeman. I ordered dark brown and tan Freeman, black Freeman. I ordered beanies. I ordered embroidered beanies. I ordered embroidered visors and hats. Right, and then you ordered. Because these come from that local lady. These are called sublimination. Is that right? Yeah. So anyway, no hot pink hats. I had pink hats last time. I didn't order any hot pink hats this time.
Yeah. Well, I think we have like 2 left.
Yeah, I think I might have a couple still. If somebody wants.
I think we ordered 5 and we got 2 left, or maybe we ordered 10 and we got 2 left. They weren't very popular.
Yeah, they weren't very popular. But yeah. me see.
They
Rick,
say free man.
yeah, they just because they say free man, right? Let me see. How are people on medical supplies, i.e., IFACs, medical tourniquets, etc.? I don't know how everybody else is, but I mean, it's Rick. It's one of those things. You know what's better than one tourniquet? Two. I mean,
Not needing it.
Right. So that's where we thought as kids we never knew why we did or didn't do some things. Yep. The more the merrier. So anyway, I just thought I'd tell you guys about that because a lot of you guys were asking.
Yes.
Let me see. The visors are $21. The hats are $21. The beanies are $21. And then all the Sublime stuff are.
They were all different.
They're all different. Yeah. Depends on the color and all of that. So
these ones are the most expensive. These blue.
Those are $41. Those are.
Yes.
But the freestanding ones that are lighter are cheaper.
The gray ones are yes.
Yeah. So if you're interested in them, I've got them coming. So there you go.
And then we have the freestanding T-shirts that are like what color is that? Like a cement color.
Yeah.
Kind of a brownish grayish color. They're actually pretty comfortable too. Yeah,
Cul-de-sac Grocery Garden. This is a great point. It says, right, I love you too, but I don't want to wear a shirt that says free man. Can we get one that says free woman? Absolutely. I got to just tell me what you want and I'll order you one. But just so you guys know, it was never designed to really mean man. It was designed to mean mankind, is where it comes from. But if you want a free woman one, tell me which color you want and how you want it, and I'll make sure that it's available to you.
Don't you have to order a minimum of those? Because those ones come from the embroidered ones.
Yeah, she's talking about shirts, which are the ones you would get.
Oh.
If they wanted a hat, I would just add it to my order. It wouldn't be a big deal.
Oh, she was talking about a shirt?
Yeah, she mentioned it. She said, I love you guys, but I don't want to wear a shirt that says free man, right? So yeah, if you guys are interested in the free woman stuff, just what color do you want? You guys want, pink ones, black ones, gray ones? Tell me what you want, and I'll make sure I get them on there. So if you guys want them, you can have them.
Yeah, she has to order the shirt, and then she has to press the shirt, and then it's just a one man show. So
yeah. RN says you have a good night and a blessed week. Yep, you too. See, Miley says tag book on where to start, and the sky is the limit. Yeah. Your pond has to be lower than your local water table, or it will drain it out quicker than it will fill. Yeah. I think that depends. I think it depends on what it's lined with, right? I mean,
or how far away they are from each other, right? Because that's quite a ways.
Yeah.
What would you say that is?
To the water table? You're talking about the water table underground.
Oh.
Right. Not the water line.
Well, how would...
Okay, let me see here. What do we got here? No pink, but thick fiber. Deanna says pink. Juby Joe says men's medium. Okay, so Deanna, you want pink what? You want a hat? You want a shirt? What do you want? And Juby Joe, what does thick fiber mean? I have no idea what that means. Juby Joe says men's medium. Okay, that's a size. Okay, thank you. I would take any color just about. Okay, yeah. So you want a hoodie, a t-shirt, a hat? Tell me what you want. I would do a gray free woman.
Yeah, you should have them send their information via text or email instead of.
Yeah, tag
because we need addresses.
Yeah, tag and be at LifeDoneFree.com. Send me an email with your size and what you want, and I'll have them made for you.
And where you want it shipped.
Yeah. Yeah, Big B says, just say free mankind. But see, to me, free mankind
means to free them.
Yeah, to free them versus a statement of that you're naturally free. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird about it. But I was never intended to be a male thing.
Yeah.
It was just mankind. But I understand.
He had asked me if I wanted a hat that said free woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I said no, because I am a human.
Yeah. Free human.
Free man.
Yeah. Jules says I definitely one of those man t-shirts and hats. I bought those other ones, but the design isn't as good as yours, and the hat doesn't fit right. Yeah, guys, the ones that are on the internet, as far as the free man stuff, they're just not that great of quality. Well, but you get what you pay for, right? If you want a $16 shirt, that's what you get, But Juby Joe says need heavy hoodies. Yeah, these are super nice hoodies. I love it. This one that she's particularly wearing is my favorite.
Would you call this heavy?
Heavy. To me, it's just soft and comfortable. How about free American? Yeah. See, the question to me about things like free American and a lot of those kind of insinuates like to free Americans.
Free them.
Instead of
I am.
Yeah, I am free, right? Maybe American free. I don't know. I'll take a man's pink saying free mankind. Okay. Email me. Tag and be at lifedonefree.com.
These shirts have the hold the line on the back.
Yeah, show them. So the back, it says, hold the line, don't give an inch on the backs. Those are super nice. Let me see. Here we go. That sounds liberal. Laugh out loud. Yeah. It actually, free America kind of does. Sometimes the goals of ponds and other earthworks is to slow the spread and soak the water in is to actually raise the water table. Plenty of incidences where seasonal springs or creeks have returned. Yeah. Let me see. You can get a lot of Jonathan, free man is a statement. Free mankind sounds like a bad campaign slogan or something from a sci-fi movie when aliens take over the world. Yeah. Yeah, it really was supposed to be, about, free, about mankind. That was about, I am a free human,
Human.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll be happy to make some free women, free woman ones if you guys want. I just need to know what you want. Cul-de-sac said, I didn't mean to start something. Oh, you didn't. You didn't at all. I'm divorced. Sometimes people think the wrong thing. I didn't want to wear a shirt declaring I am a man. It's okay.
Oh,
Cul-de-sac, let me tell you something. You are not offending me in any way. And if you will wear a free woman shirt, I will be 100% supportive because at the end of the day, this is about spreading freedom and spreading a message.
That kind of sounds like the way you just said that makes it sound like a singles thing.
What?
I'm a free woman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Bethany, why'd you have to say that? Oh, my goodness, you're right.
Please don't spill your milk.
Oh, my goodness, you're right.
It's kind of seemed like, hey, I'm free.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just she loves the back. Yep. And again, I'll be happy to make you one. Absolutely happy to.
The freestanding ones don't have anything on the back.
Yeah, the freestanding ones have. Maybe that's why there's a difference in cost. Maybe it's not the shirt. Maybe it's the double printing.
Yeah, because
they're like
she
$3
did say
difference.
that she has to be. She ran out. She had to change the ink thing or print ink thing more frequently on these ones.
Deanna says holding the forking line. Yeah, we built Deanna. We built some holding the line shirts that are on my YouTube channel that have bees holding hands that came out of our last live that were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let me see. The thick material is called winter weight. Okay. Pockets Garden says, I'll take a free woman. Most are too expensive. Yeah. Michael Conley says, do you have like business cards or likes to go with each order to help spread freesteading? Okay. So, freesteading has an apparel store on freesteading that sells freesteading stuff. Now these, like the ones that she's wearing, we just get made here locally because they're just so nice and soft. But if somebody wanted a gift, if someone wanted to buy one for somebody as a gift, I'll make you a deal is that I'll write them. If you tell me who it's going to, I'll write them a handwritten note about freedom and about why it matters. Okay. So RN had a really good idea right here. Let me see if I get this all the way down. Hold on. Jules, regular, A, B, Medicare. Okay. RN says, how about be free?
Be free.
See, I like that better than free woman because for the same point you said earlier.
That doesn't sound so, yeah.
Be free or live
be free.
Exist free or, I don't know. That's interesting, but I do like that. Be free, be free. I wrote it down. Let me think about that. Let me see here. Oh gosh, you're right, B. No. Yeah. See the free woman. Right.
Can I get your number?
Yeah. Teresa says, I'll take 2 free woman shirts, gray, XL, and 1 large. Yeah. Teresa, tag and be at lifedonefree.com. You got to email me. Okay. Cause I need an address. I just need all that information to do that. Wow. I would have never thought about that, says Juby Joe. Yeah. That B is always paranoid about that kind of stuff. Rick says, yes, it does, Jules. I get free. Okay, let me see. Guys, sometimes what I'm doing is I'm reading for statements to what we're talking about versus people just chit-chatting,
Yeah.
Okay, Jules says, I'm exactly the same as you, but the fact is I could care less what people think. I know what it really means and I like it. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. The bee one sounds cute. Yeah, we could actually put a bee on it too. Teresa, can you line a pond with bentonite clay? Yes, many people do it. Mm-hmm. Where I live, we have so much clay, I don't need it, but there's a lot of people who use bentonite. It's also expensive though, and don't come from a lot of places. Rick, I was going to look into that. Let me see. I want that bee hoodie. Juby Joe, tag and bee at LifeDoneFree, and I will.
The bee hoodie is on the bee.
No, she's talking about Bee Free.
Oh,
from tonight, which I added to our list to add to the store. Yeah.
So send us an email with what exactly you want.
Oh, Skane's girl, this is a good idea. She says you could just add a WO at an angle between the free and the man, so it would say free man, and kind of in the corner would have a sideways WO.
Free whoa man.
Yeah, maybe you could get away with that. Let me see here. Let me see. You could add, yep. Okay. Ellen Davis, I'm not finding your email in the description. I like the shirt hoodie B has on in large gray, free woman. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So EV just added my email address, Ellen, in the description, but it's tag, the letter NB. So tag NB at lifedonefree.com. You can also go into my YouTube channel and under about my email's address is in there too. Let me see. I like that. Yes. Live free, also stay free. Yeah, I wouldn't mind either one of those. Be free would be good. Yeah. Free man. Yep, that's my favorite ones. Be Ned's, be shirt made. Be Ned's, a B shirt made.
Maybe needs.
B needs a B shirt. Yeah, I would absolutely get a B free shirt. She would love that. Rick, I was very grateful to get the Terminix. Okay. Sorry, guys. Free life. Yeah, I like be free or live free. Cool. Yeah, so the be free, I really like that one.
Be free.
Yeah, and I like live free too. And I can have them. I'll get them produced on my store. But if you want these are only made locally, guys. I have no other way to get them. And
these are not stickers. This is ink infused.
Yeah, and they're super soft. And they go from a like-minded little lady who has a little store right here next to me. That's like-minded. We give her our business. So these ones right here, the free man, whether it says free man or free woman or whatever, I think they're like $41. They're expensive.
They might be, I don't know. They might be cheaper, like you said, if they don't want the stuff on the back.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. The difference was $39 or $41. It was $2 difference.
Oh, that's it.
$3, sorry, $39 to $41. $3 difference versus it having it on the back.
I thought they were more than that.
Yeah, I'm free. That's not a bad one.
I'm free still sounds like for tonight.
Oh.
You want to do dinner?
Big Kid says, free man, be free, live free, do not comply in 4 lines. Free man, be free, live free, do not comply. I love that.
Like do.
I love the do not comply.
I don't want somebody staring at me right there that long.
Teresa says, I'm free, but that's to your point. You're like, that's sending a message of
singles.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Born free, live free. The ungoverned as a shirt or ungovernable.
Ungovernable.
We're going to do some ungovernable stuff. I need to get a logo built and some of that stuff, but we are absolutely going to do an ungovernable shirt. I live free. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Better than I'm free, right?
Because I'm free. Yeah, I live free.
Laugh B is cracking me up. She cracks me up all the time. She is so worried about stuff like that. Like she considers that stuff at every corner. Everything she does.
Well, there's a lot of creepos out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cul-de-sac said, okay, I should get the free man shirt and add the words looking for at the top. Yeah, you know what? Cul-de-sac, I would absolutely get you a looking for a free man shirt because I think that's funny. Be free, live free. Yep, I'll buy the heavy stuff that I can wash in hot water. Yeah, do you wash these in hot water?
I don't typically wash my darks in hot water now.
Okay. Live free. How about Arthur said, be armed.
Be armed.
We could do a little bee with like an AR.
Oh, I thought you meant with arms.
Oh, bee with arms. Bee descending.
Like with guns.
He's saying bee descending with the stinger out in between the bee armed. I like that one. You guys give me such great ideas. Don't worry, be happy. Garden, I like you. Yeah. Oh my God, Arthur Leslie, yes. Yeah, I like the bee armed because that would go really well with the hold the line, the bee, the other shirt.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Just have a series of bee free, bee armed, hold the line. It's all bees. Oh my goodness. My manly statement of hold the line, don't give an inch is turning into a garden.
Lucky.
Jonathan, wait. So are you saying it's a suicide attack, Arthur? Well, technically he is, Jonathan, as you know. Yeah. I'm up to about $160 worth of shirts now. No.
Oh, no.
Yep. So I will get some of these put up, but if you guys want the sublimed ones, these, you have to email me. There's no other way to get them. There's no store
sublimation.
Yeah, sublimation. You know what I call sublimation? Yeah, I can't get them anywhere else. So, but just email me. It's all you got to do, and I'll send you an email back. We'll figure out exactly what you want. I'll quote you the price. I'll figure out the shipping because all those prices I gave you guys don't include shipping. And I don't flat rate shipping is not very much, but well, I mean it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Freedom shirts ain't free. No, they are not. Join the swarm. I like that too. Dude, that's actually, I really like that one from the community perspective.
Yeah.
Yep.
Join the swarm yourself.
Yeah. I like join the swarm.
Kind of like yoke up.
Yeah, it's just like yoke up. Anne wants to see what's on the back of your sweatshirt. Show her again. So it says, hold the line, don't give an inch, which is from our YouTube channel. Porterhouse says, good night. Y'all got it early. Got to get up early tomorrow. Great live as always. Tag and be. Yep, but I'll see you not very long, and we'll be doing yours late. Starve the Beast would be a good one for the back. Yeah. Yeah, and I'd love to do a series of Starve the Beast stuff.
Like clothing.
Yeah, just
shirt.
That just talks about, starving the beast, because it's so important. We have to fight back, Let me see. Big Kid said, find a good deal on quality American-made American flags. Yep. Yeah, that's hard to do. That's hard to find one. They are done via sublimation. Yes, Gaines Girl, they are. And I don't know if that's what I like so much, either though I do because it doesn't crack, like the printing does. But it's also this, the material is just super soft. Cul-de-sac Grocery Garden says, oh, Starve the Beast. I guess I'm at 200 now. Yeah. Every day is a free day. Yep. I like that too. Yep. Join the swarm is awesome. Yeah. I wrote that down. Yeah, there's a bunch of those. Be armed, I think is great. Be free, I think is great. There's a whole bunch of these in here. But join the swarm is really, really cool. I'll work on that one. Be ungovernable. Hey, Bobby Q, how are you? Yeah, hey, for you guys who don't know, Bobby Q makes his own barbecue sauce and sells it all over in lots of different kinds. He sent me some. It was good. You guys should go check it out. Starve the Beast caught the hub's attention. Oh, okay, so I will get some Starve the Beast ones. Go. So what else should it say? Should it say Starve the Beast on the front?
Hold the line.
And then what should it say on the back? Maybe hold the line on the front and starve the beast on the back. Because by holding the line, I'm starving the beast. I don't know. Wise traditions, Jody says. Jules says, if you can't keep this up, you're going to have to wait to the beginning of the month so I can hand over my check. Laugh out loud. Arlen says, we absolutely love watching y'all, and you're picking at each other and joking with each other like newlyweds. It's crazy. We've been together almost 18 years, right?
Almost.
Just about 18 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. So we are newlyweds.
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
The honeymoon continues.
3 more months.
Yeah. Yeah. Beats told me many times that the reason why the honeymoon continues is because my eyes are getting worse and worse. She tells me that. She actually does.
And I'm more forgetful.
Yep, ungovernable. Yeah, you're more forgetful, and I don't see very good. Yeah, join the swarm is awesome. Ungovernable on the back.
Ungovernable.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get some of them worked up.
We could also, she could do like down the sleeve, the like ungovernable down the side, but then I don't know, to have it blank on the front and blank on the back with just words on the arms. I think
You
that
could
would
say
kind of look weird, wouldn't
Starve
it?
the Beast, Ungovernable.
Yeah.
Maybe. Beast on the front and Ungovernable on the back, says Mary. Wise Traditions is a Weston A. Price-based podcast. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan says Starve the Beast on the front and Feed the Community on the back. How about Starve the Beast on the front and Join the Swarm on the back? Nice one, Jonathan. Yep. People with memory problems have less to forget. Yep. Yeah, that's so true. Oh, that's so true. You know what, guys, though, it's been 18 years and I love my wife more today than I ever have. And, she's good to me and she's good to our family. She works hard and she puts up with me because I am not the easiest guy to deal with, right?
Right.
She's not supposed to say right there. She's supposed to say, no, honey, you are easy to deal with.
It's like a picnic.
Right, exactly. Right. That's what you're supposed to say.
Somebody brings all the food and cleans up afterwards.
She's lost the love and feeling. You're such a dork. Okay, Data says choke me again.
Right.
Oh no, it's good. It's good. All right, so I'll get some other options out there for you guys. But again, yes, she says Starve the Beast and Join the Swarm. I like that.
Join the Swarm.
Yeah, Starve the Beast and Join the Swarm. I think that's I like that one a whole lot.
You could do that on the front and then that on the back and do
Ungovernable
something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Down the arm or something. Yeah. The problem is each one of those, it just makes every one of those just makes it more and more and more expensive. And you end up with a $60 sweatshirt.
Yeah.
But maybe.
But it's just everything you want to say.
Right.
It's like a paragraph.
Right. Well, I love the ungovernable thing. And, I've thought about doing, UGS stuff and all kinds of stuff, but.
I want to go with my name. B.
We got on here, be armed, be free. Your name's on all of them. What more do you want?
Or tag.
No, I don't want my name on them.
You don't want your name on your, not on them, just on yours.
Yeah, I don't care. Not really. I know my name. I don't need it on my shirt to remember me. You're the one with the memory problem.
Well, then if you're wearing it, they can go, oh, that's tag.
Babe, I can't see it. And you don't remember.
But I can read.
Oh, so putting it on my name would mean you remember my name.
Yes.
Got it. I love the way you think. So you never call me by the wrong name?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Although I don't know if I've ever done that. You have called me by the wrong name. I have not called you by the wrong name.
It's because I don't remember who I'm talking to. I can't see it.
Yeah, it's like my mom. Or Bethany.
Oh my goodness. Teresa says I'm single, and if they don't understand the meaning of the shirt, they're not worth dating. Good way to screen. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Skins Girl said no woman ever. John says last out, Teresa. Starve the Beast. Oh, that's pretty cute. Like, look at Rick. He put a B in
Starve the Beast.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Starve the Beast, join the swarm, but be yourself.
Right.
Yep. B should make a t-shirt for tag now. You should.
I'm not good with all that though. Like, I don't even know how you did that.
Or Teresa says, how about be part of the hive?
Yeah.
See, Rick, perfect. What did Rick say? Starve the Beast. Yep. Yeah, we can make a whole line of that. Bee shirts and all. You should make one for me.
Apparel.
Mm-hmm. You could put a picture of me that says be a wood chipper.
No kidding.
But here's the thing. It don't have the same meaning as the vacation.
Yeah.
The wood chipper just means I'm a wood chipper.
That
There's nothing cool about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Data says that the community can help you with a shirt. Data, you know what? I want you to think this all the way through.
Thank you, Data.
I think you should just think this all the way through. I'll leave it at that because you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know.
Yeah. Didn't he? Who drew the? Didn't he make a shirt once?
The A-Team. The A-Team one was great.
That was him, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it had me and him and
They're
Bobby
like cartoon
and
characters.
Andrew on it that had all the A-team on it. It was really pretty cool. Yeah. Let me see where we at here. B, get him a shirt that says "Tag, you're it." Yep. And it's got to have my name on it so she remembers who she's married to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting Deep says cheesecake and lollygagging.
Right.
Right.
Chief lollygagger. Hefe lollygagger.
I started from chick in Scratch. Now I'm free. Be your own huckleberry. Yeah, there's all kinds of bee stuff we could do. Right? You could have a whole line of bee apparel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You obviously do.
Well, I just made one, but that other one.
The bee, the line.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have looked at it yet, but the hold the line with the bees is really a cool thing. It's a really cool design.
Are they all white?
No, you can, when you go in these, baby, you can, like that backpack right there. Let me show you. So
okay. It just shows oh, that's cute.
Right?
Yeah.
The backpack can change color to whatever color you want it to be. You can pick any color you want, but it is really, really cute.
That's a pretty color.
Yeah. See? That's why you pay me the big bucks. Lod, this pulled pork is good. I bet it is. Tag, she's got you by the us.
You're not supposed to be eating the pulled pork. It's supposed to be for tomorrow, I thought.
Yeah. Juby Joe says, Tag, she's got you by the us. Yeah. Yeah, but that's okay because this is a dangerous game. See, for all of you guys out there who don't have to deal with me every single day, it's easy because you can pick on me and go back. But see, if Data creates a shirt, then I have to create a shirt that tops his shirt. And then he'll create a shirt that tops my shirt. And then I'll create a shirt that tops his shirt. And this will be just this never-ending thing.
He's a good shirt maker.
What's that?
He's a good shirt maker.
Yeah, he's very creative. But
that was a cute shirt.
Yep. Flag. Okay, let me see here.
Did you have that or was that him? Who was wearing that?
He
was wearing that.
The what?
That shirt.
Oh, the caricatures?
Yeah.
No, I drew them. The one you're talking about that had all the whole crew on? I just drew caricatures of everybody.
But the boys were in it.
Yeah, and then he went, I don't know where he got it done, but he had them put on t-shirts.
But he was the one wearing the shirt.
Yes.
You don't have a shirt.
No, we did, and we cut it up when you did your quilt, your t-shirt quilt. It's on your t-shirt quilt thing.
Gosh, where is that blanket?
I don't know. Jonathan says, better taste test that pork. A couple weeks ago, a bunch of people got food poisoning at work from a catered meal. Don't want that to happen. Juby Joe says, Tag, you can't see iPhone emojis. Well, if I go back, Juby Joe, there is no, what I see, your last message spells the word flag. The one before that says, Tag, she's got you by the us. And I'm just on the YouTube live. So, Tag, I just realized that you have it made. If B has a problem with memory, and then she can only stay mad at you until she forgets.
Huh?
Well, yeah, and it works great for baked goods too. Yep, and I do have it made, RN, 100%. Data wants to know what's your go-to favorite YouTube channels. You watch a lot of them.
I don't really watch a lot of them.
Yes, you do. You're always listening to something.
I've
got you listening to Wanda, David the Good.
Yeah.
Neethi.
Yeah. It's like kind of, it just plays whatever. I don't go back to the phone and click something. It just like continues to play whatever
through your subscribed channels.
Oh, is that?
Yeah. Yeah, Data. I'm subscribed to 198 channels because anybody.
Oh, man.
Well, here's the thing. Anybody that supports freesteading that I catch wind of, or anybody that's on these lives or on our channel that I catch wind of that has a channel, I go subscribe.
Yeah, I don't even know
100%.
that many people.
Well, I think we got to support each other. Cul-de-sac says, I just went and looked at the B shirts. They are so cute. Yeah, we just made them, the ones that are holding the line B shirts, we just made. Well, I guess I just made the BB one too, but. Anna says, where did you get your wood stove and what kind is it?
Which one?
The wood stove.
The stove?
The wood cook stove, I'm assuming is what she's talking about.
That we got from Kitchen Queen.
Yep. And it is a
Kitchen Queen Grand Comfort 750.
Yes. Kitchen Queen, Grand Comfort 750. And apparently I misquoted you guys. Someone asked me before and I said we got it from Embers, but she corrected me.
We got the living room one from Embers. And that was like an Italian one that had whatever. That one was just as expensive as the Kitchen Queen.
Yes, just as expensive. But anyway, we got it from Kitchen Queen, and B really, really likes it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it did not say us. Okay. It did not say us. Yeah, on my end, it said us. Well, this was fun. Best of luck to the new Freesteaders. Yep. Thank you, Big B. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Julie Joe, I see the U.S. flag. Yeah, on my end, it just says the word flag. And what's funny is I'm on YouTube. I'm not, this is being live streamed through YouTube. Let me see here. Blockchain. Instead of the phrase nailed it, we'll say tagged it.
Tagged it. No kidding. When you see a giant mess, tagged it.
Oh, no.
Tagged it or tagged it?
Tagged it. That's funny, Blockchain. Okay, so you're my one subscriber. Cool, and thanks. Yep. I try to subscribe to Hippocrates. I do. I try to subscribe to everybody, and I do believe I'm subscribed to your channel.
Oh, I've watched Hippocrates' videos.
Yeah. I don't remember who I'm all subscribed to.
Not chainsaw, the weed eater one, because I was like, oh, they come in different, like teeth whatevers.
Yeah.
Remember that? And I was like, hey, can I get a different blade for the weed eater? And you were like, yeah, go get it. Mm-hmm. I got that from his video.
Okay. Eagle Lover says, I sub to your video and watch just about all your videos. Teresa said, freedom should be free. Oh, that's another good one.
Yeah.
Right?
Freedom should be free.
Yeah, I like that. God, I got a whole list of them.
Jeesh.
It's all right. Just time. See, Prep for Return said, I think it's great that you want to be supportive. It's sad that so many are out for themselves and only will step on anyone. I won't do it. Yeah, YouTube is not for me anything more than about spreading freedom and building community. And that's why we do it.
Yeah.
And, that's just it. So we just got to do it together, and all of us need to do it. Every one of you guys on here, subscribe to my channel, and I'll subscribe to yours. If you don't have a channel, subscribe to everybody. If you find somebody in here who is supporting freedom and trying to do the right thing, go help them. Go help them get the message out, because it's not about giving them a subscriber so they make money. It's about giving them a subscriber so that the channel is shown to more people. So the more people that it gets shown to, the more people we get spread freedom to.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's all this is. So at least for me, that's all it's about.
So share their channels.
Yep. Share them and just get involved,
And that's how we are going to starve the beast.
That is one of the many ways we're going to starve the beast. That
by
is 100%
yoking
correct.
up with like-minded folks and getting the word out of.
Yep. And creating the counter economies.
Yes.
And taking responsibility for our actions and our beliefs. Right?
Yes.
I have the Starve the Beast 4 video comes out on Monday, and it's about living in fear. B thinks I'm going to get kicked off YouTube for it. But anyway, let me see here. Big Kid says, what do you think of a built-in rock stone, built-in-place wood stove for a whole house heating? I think it's a great idea. We primarily heat with wood, and I got 4 wood heat sources in my house. We have 2 fireplaces, a wood burning stove, and a wood cook stove. Right?
Yes.
Let me see here. Amelia says, B, I've noticed lately that YouTube has put people on that I am not subscribed to. Some there is no way I would subscribe to them. So watch what you're running through your phone. Oh, good advice, Amelia.
Because I did get one that was playing, and I went over and checked her out, and I was like, ooh, get out of that.
Rick said, how about for the ladies, I'm the queen bee, no drones allowed. You like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so sorry. Do you need, okay. Oh Lord, tell me you haven't watched my old steam power video. I have not.
Was that Hippocrates?
No, Big Kid. Big Kid, I didn't even know you had a channel. If you have a channel, what is it? And I'll go over and like it, because I do not think that I'm subscribed to it. Let me see. Yeah, Prep says that's right. Yeah. Guys, Prep for the Eternal Homestead has a channel. I'm subscribed to it.
I'd watch a steam power video.
Go subscribe to it. And yeah, I would absolutely watch the steam one too. Big B Data, we are going to have to do a creative redundancy live for slogan ideas with you. Yeah. Yeah, he's full of stuff like that. Okay, so please put a link for that wood stove in the links. Okay, stand by. I'll do it right now.
I think we talked to Joe. They're real good over there too, because when I had an issue, so the flue, is that what you call it in the back? The or dampener, what is that opens the handle that opens? Okay, so when I got the stove really, really hot, I tried to close that and it was like stuck. And so we
called them.
Oh, and there was another thing. We were having issues with on the side, there's a H and a C. So hot and cold, there's a lever that you can move back and forth. And what it does is it's attached to a chain and it opens the flap at the bottom to allow air in. And it wasn't working correctly. And so we took the panel off of the side. We contacted them via text message. He walked us through taking the panel off the side. And I actually still have the panel off of the side because I prefer it off. I want to be able to see that flap at the bottom. But we had to take that mechanism off and add washers to it to pull it away, that part away from the stove to allow that roll up and down. For it to roll easier.
Yeah.
And so they were really good with contacting us back. I also had an issue where we have a water tank on the back, and when the stove was hot, the water condensates on the tops of the lids for the water reservoir. And when I took the lid off, water had rolled down the side. And then when I put the lid back on, it continued to roll down the side. So I had to cool the stove off, let the fire burn down, and then it just stopped it. So I don't know why he was like, I've never seen that before. But they've been really good with walking us through issues that I've had with the stove. And so I just have them on my text messages. And so Joe, I think, is who sold us the stove. And then Jimmy is who was troubleshooting with me.
Arthur says, I have a content channel and website that's just patiently waiting for when I actually have something to share.
Yeah.
Well, Arthur, we would love to. And, when you do that, you let me know and we'll get you on the channel. And that's to anybody, any of you channels that's out there. You guys want to get together and do a joint? I'm in. I'm 100% in. We will spread freedom to both of our audiences at the exact same time. Jules says, I like, sub, and share many channel and videos across platforms, emails, and text because I want to educate people. Yep, you bet.
Yeah.
Big Kid 71. I didn't know he had a channel. Big Kid, I will head over there.
KIDD.
Watch up. I'm going to go over and I'm already going to be subscribed. But
it's KIDD.
Is it KIDD? Did I not write that? Yeah. Okay. I'll head over there after this. I know it's cold where you are, but we have been having 60s for lows and high 70s for highs. Oh, I'd love that. Wow. Rick says, proud to be free. Yeah, with a B.
Proud to be free.
Yep, I like that one. I keep a notepad, guys, right here. See, I make notes the whole time. Let me see here. Got kitchen clean. Let me see here. Mess with a swarm, get stung. I like this whole swarm idea. Good night, everyone, from Mandy. Mandy, good night. Hang in, hang tough. B is tech in my book. She rocks knowledge. Yeah, she's super smart. That was built with items likely to be found. Okay, we'll do it. We will head over there. Maybe I'll do a channel someday as a documenting things of short. Jonathan, you should. Jonathan, you're an incredibly bright guy.
Yeah.
You're incredibly bright. I think you should start a channel right now. And I think what you should do, Jonathan, is show your transformation from doing what you're doing now in what you're doing now and how that grows as you continue.
To what you will be doing.
Yeah, I do. Because here's the thing about it, is that, you know, I had a conversation with American Roots about this not long ago. And, you know, talking to them about their journey is the most important part, you know, as they go through this huge process, documenting it, because there's so many people out there going through the same thing or trying to go through the same thing. And they just don't understand what step one is. Like, there's so much, you know, it's information overload. And you have an opportunity, Jonathan, to spread some freedom, and you're smart enough to do it. You got your stuff squared away. You are smart enough to be able to articulate what it actually means, and I would encourage you to do it.
You have a lot to offer.
You do. Jonathan, I've been lucky enough to hang out with him a few times, and he's a very smart person, and I think you could show a lot.
And that's the thing. Like, there's so many people out there who are in all different stages of freedom, and they just don't know what to do next. They don't, or they just need the tap on the, you know, the pat on the back that says, you know, you can do it. Or, you know, you are worthy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Prep for the Eternal Homestead. I think it was 78. Yeah. They're in Alabama, by the way. Yeah, man. We were in the high of 40s every day here. Jonathan said, I also thought of an interview idea for a variety of folks in this space. Yeah, I love the idea, Jonathan. Work with me. Let's do it. You know, guys, if we put our priority on spreading freedom, building community, right? Join the swarm. Right? We're going to do a join the swarm movement, right? Let's do that. Let's do a join the swarm movement, and let's all swarm together. You know, let's get on each other's channels, and whoever, and for those of you who don't have channels, if you can contribute. Well, that's not true. All of you can contribute. If you have the courage to come on, let's get on the channel. Let's talk. Let's spread freedom.
Yes. We don't care what you look like. We don't care what your house looks like. We don't care how many cats you got.
Nope. Cul-de-sac says, my kids have asked me to do cooking videos, but I haven't done a video in a long time. A friend wanted me to do a Bible study video for a while, but I started out doing gardening, going back to the garden. Yeah.
See, I watched Danny when he talks on his Bible stuff, and
I don't know what to do next either. Well, but Jonathan, you just did it. So I appreciate all that, but you know,
you grow basil and you sift the seeds, and you
maybe talk about exactly why it's information overload, because you've taken some big steps, Jonathan. And so what are the 13 things that you're looking at, trying to figure out what comes next? I think people would find that worthy. Yeah. You know, I do. Porch time with Danny.
Yes. Yeah. I like listening to, that's where I get my Jesus fix from Danny. Mm-hmm. I was watching some lady, Julie, she keeps getting taken off of YouTube. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Julie, I don't know.
Julie, her name was Julie. She was a preacher lady.
Let me see here. Hippocrates says, the one thing I thought of doing when I was young, but didn't, unfortunately, was a book a collection of stories from people in nursing homes that had lived, called Listening to Our Elders. That's a great idea. Yeah. Jonathan said, I made a lot of changes this year. Maybe that is something to use as material. It's absolutely enough to use as material. Rick says he's too ugly even for radio.
Nah.
Not true at all. Yep, not true at all. I'm telling you, I love talking to you. I want to do, you guys remember through a lot of my videos, Russ, the old timer that's around here. I'm dying to do an interview with him, even though he's not really a prepper or homesteader or any of that. The guy
just has a lot to offer.
He just knows a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Jules says porch time with Danny is his piece. B, was it Julie Green Ministries?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, she's gone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it changed to like something international, and then it's, her channel. There was like thousands of people on there, and then it was no longer, and then it was a new one, and she had like a couple hundred people on there, and then it was no longer, and then
RN says she has moved to Rumble. She's no longer on YouTube.
Oh, I don't do Rumble.
Yeah. We need to build a Rumble channel. I actually already have a Rumble channel. I don't put videos on it. I have it built. If you looked at LifeDoneFree on Rumble, it's on there. There's just a couple videos that we did a long time ago that I put on there. I just don't really work on Cul-de-sac said, I want to interview my dad. He's been gardening almost as long as he's been alive. He's almost 81 and dying.
Yeah.
He lived through the times when off-grid was not by choice. Guys, think of how valuable that information would be. You know, I mean,
and how to do it.
Man, cul-de-sac, do it. You know, I'm not going to get all personal on you guys tonight, but you know, today is my father's 73rd birthday. And my dad died this last February, the 6th, from COVID. And when he got sick, they put him in the VA, and they did not allow anybody to see him. And my dad died alone. And he was a remarkable man who did 3 tours in Vietnam. He got out of Vietnam and went on to become one of the most successful quarter horse trainers in the world. He showed horses all over the world and loved it. He got to live his whole life doing his dream, all the while not doing drugs and you know, not drinking and, you know, a lot of those problems.
Yeah. He was a Purple Heart recipient.
Yep. Won a Purple Heart, Bronze Star, all kinds of stuff. And, you know, I look back at it and he had so much to teach that he'll never be able to teach. Again, I don't want to get all that.
He won some kind of horse things too. The world.
Oh, he won the world show. He won the Congress. He
had some impressive belt buckles.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, you know. So, cul-de-sac, interview your dad. You know, I wish I could. Your friend is what we called a down home country boy. Yep, kind of like the Foxfire books. Yes, do the interview. It will be priceless. Totally agree. For some reason, I just remember the Eastern Orthodox Church referring to the church as the rudder, as in which guides the ship. Oh. My dad's birthday is February 7th. It makes it he'll be 81. Your dad sounds like a wonderful man, Tag. Yeah, I miss him. I think about him every single day. Yeah. Ever try freedom? Yeah, actually, that would be a good shirt too. You know, like Got Milk.
Yeah.
Maybe Got Freedom. You know?
Question mark?
Yeah. Back in my younger days, worked in nursing homes, and I always thought about how sad we lost all of those stories that were never taken down. Yep. This was in the 70s and 80s. Amelia, absolutely. Yeah, Miley, thank you. Yeah, I'm telling you, I thought about my dad a lot today. Juby Joseph, I'm sorry for you and your family. Crushing, speechless. Yeah, you know, here's the cool thing about my pops is that he lived life at 1,000 miles an hour. And, you know, he wasn't cautious. And all the way up until his death, he was marching around the mountains hunting grizzly bears and elk in his 70s. You know, he would go up and, you know, rent a snowmobile and go shoot, you know, wolves.
Wasn't he in a tent up there for a while?
Yeah. In his 70s.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
In the mountains.
Yeah. The problem was he got sick. And then as soon as he went in the hospital, there was nobody there really to fight for him because we couldn't be in there. They put him on a ventilator and he was gone. And it was a horrible experience. And I remember seeing him on Zoom.
Yes.
Right.
They allowed us to Zoom with him once.
Once. The last time I seen him, he was crying. And for those of you guys who don't know my dad was
tough.
Data, who met my dad, says down there that your dad was a giant among men. My dad was a tough son of a bitch. I mean, he was.
I don't think you can say that.
I don't care. It was just, man, I just can't even tell you guys how. He was just one of those guys, you know, that I, you know, dream of being half the man, you know, a lot. But anyway, I don't want to get on all that.
He spit diesel fuel in my face.
Yeah. Bobby says, Tag, your dad raised a great son and his stories can live on through you. Big love, brother. Yeah, big love back, guys. And you know what? I have a lot of his stories in me, and you know, but there's a lot more he could have taught. And so, you know, when we talk to, you know, cul-de-sac, go interview your dad, get that on video. Just get it on video. You know. Juby Joe says, I'm mad and so sorry for y'all. Yeah, it was a horrible experience. The worst part about it was for me is that he died alone. And you know, that guy was, let me give you guys an example. He was such a fighter. About 18 years ago, he went into the VA complaining of chest pain. The VA determined that he was dehydrated. And the doctor at the time didn't read the chart, and they gave him a drug called genomycin. And genomycin is known for shutting kidneys down. But because they didn't look at his chart when he was in Vietnam, he went over a mine and he had kidney problems already. But they didn't look at his chart. So it shut his kidneys down and it put him in intensive care. My dad spent the next 12 years of his life on dialysis, waiting for a kidney transplant. He finally received a kidney transplant. This is all the VA. He finally received a kidney transplant from a young lady who was killed in a car accident. And his life really began to kind of improve, but he was still frail compared to the dad that I was used to knowing. He successfully then filed suit and sued the federal government and won. And it's funny. He used to ask me why I was such a rebel. Like, really, dude? Like, seriously? And I remember when he was suing the government, he kept saying, I'm just not going away. They think I'm going away, but I'm not going away. And he just stayed on it. Well, then he got sick and got COVID, and that was the end. It was so funny. I don't say funny. He took the third and final vaccine shot on December. I want to say it was the 23rd or 24th, fell ill on December the 28th and died February 6th. Anyway. Jules says, I remember you talking about your dad a few weeks ago, Tad. It was heartbreaking. Losing family is hard. Yeah, it is. I love the dude.
I thought he had 5.
Oh, what?
He had 5.
No, he had 3. He took the third one. He had the first one and the 2 boosters. But he took all 3 of them. But it was just 5 days after or whatever his third one where he fell ill. Cul-de-sac, you're very welcome from the Nudge. Arthur said, both my parents died not long ago in their 90s. I hope to get on paper all of the things they told me, along with my grandmother who lived in her 90s. Wish I had auto-record it. Amen.
Yeah.
Teresa says, Danny and Wanda are my inspiration. Yeah, they're awesome. Cul-de-sac, yes, my dad got the booster and 48 hours later was admitted for AFib. His heart was perfectly fine before that. Yeah, and I'm certainly not trying to be any sort of political on here tonight, guys. I just wanted to tell you that it was my dad's birthday. And when Cul-de-sac was talking about interviewing her dad, you just
brought up feelings.
Yeah. Well, you may not get that opportunity ever again.
Yeah.
You just may not get it. And man, those old timers, they're so freaking smart. We don't give them anywhere near the credit they deserve. They're just so smart. Richard said, I learned so much history from my dad. Uncle and grandpa, they're all gone now, and I miss the conversations. Yeah. Amelia says, I lost my dad in 1983 due to cancer, work-related, and my mom in 2013 also due to cancer. I have now outlived my dad and several of his siblings. My sisters now look to me for their stories. Yeah, and I hope you can share those stories, so that they don't die. John says, my parents have been working on researching our family history in some serious depth. I don't think anyone in our extended family has done this, so it's cool they are. It's very cool. Jochi says, I love the stories about your dad. I had the same kind of dad. Yeah, just bulletproof. My dad would get up before dark, and he would work all day long, barely eat, and never stopped, never complained, never said woe is me, never any of it.
He was never in a bad mood.
Never in a bad mood. And
cut his finger off and was fine.
Yeah, we just went through hell, and just never. And he just always looked on to the next thing and never slowed down. He was at 100 miles an hour to the day he got sick. So Evie says, I love your dad's stories. Yeah, I miss the old guy. I think, like I said, I think about him every single day. Tag, I'm feeling a bit older now. Your dad was 73. I'm 71. Yeah, but see, 71 is actually pretty young. That's not that old, the problem is he went to Vietnam. He was wounded a few times, ran over a mine,
Agent Orange.
Yeah, he had Agent Orange. He came home and worked way too hard. He didn't take care of himself.
Yep, didn't drink water.
The VA gave him the wrong medicine, which shut his kidneys down, and he still never slowed down. My dad would go and get dialysis in the morning and then go train horses for 10 hours.
Yeah.
And he would say, I'm not feeling good, but it's all right. I'm okay. And just, it's the whole mentality, the whole thing that made it happen. So you're not that old, bud, at 71. Yeah. Data says men likes pops were peaceful by choice. Yeah. My dad is the single guy I would never want hunting me. Not even close.
Oh yeah.
Like I wouldn't have fist fought him in the hospital on his last day. He's just no way. He was just one of those guys, That was one of the most disgusting things they did during the scam, forcing people to die alone. Inhumane. Oh my God, it was inhumane. I can't even tell you to see. My dad was not a crier, to see him alone and in fear, and I could see the fear in him. And we fought, guys. I'm telling you, I used everything I could use, and I have political connections. I called everybody. Actually, after they put him on the ventilator, the morning that they put him on the ventilator, I got a call that said I could come see him. Finally, we were going to get to go see him. And they said, okay, we're going to put him on the ventilator today. And we said, do not put him on until I get to see him.
Yes.
And I got there and they already had him on the ventilator. And so I never actually got to say goodbye to him. But so when all that was going on, then I went and threw a fit. I talked to the governor, all this. We had him flown via jet from Topeka, Kansas to Omaha's VA, hoping we could get some better care. But he died soon after that. And Teresa, thank you very much for reminding me of that. He did live free, you know.
Right.
He lived life according to his terms, and he was a mess, guys.
Yes, he did.
He was such a mess. I mean, he was
he was a wood chipper also.
He was a wood chipper also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Hippocrates says, that's part of why I'm living with my parents. No way in hell they're going in a nursing home and risk some person trying to lock me out from seeing them. Yeah, it was horrible. We were so mad. My older brother got escorted out by the police, and it was just because he was demanding. Anyway.
Yeah.
It was just a horrible ordeal. All right, guys, listen, it is
10 o'clock.
We're 3 hours in, like we always do. So I'm going to get off of here, but you know, I appreciate you guys letting me rant about my dad, and you know, just today's his birthday. So, you know, just one of those things, but the t-shirts that you guys asked for are available over there. The new ones you asked for, I will get built up, you know, sometime maybe this next week. I'll report back to you guys on the Freeman Festivus from tomorrow. Yeah, we are not going to film it though, because there's some, there's some of that stuff we're just going to leave to community. But I'll certainly tell you guys about it, and we'll get data to come back on. And
those who are on here are all welcome.
Yes, everybody is welcome.
It is not a closed event.
Nope.
It is an open event for all of the freedom lovers that are in here.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody is welcome. And if you can make it, we would
love to see you.
Yep. Email me, whatever it is, we'll get you the information. It's also available on, if you go onto Facebook, there's a page there called the Midwest Preparedness Project. And that page has lots of events on it, but that's where we do a lot of the event stuff on there, and it's on there too. And so if any of you guys can make it, we would love to see you. You know, Lynn, good night to you. Kelly, good night. RN, we love you too, and good night. Jules, good night. And yeah, we have a lot in common. All of us do. Prep for the Eternal Homestead. Enjoyed the live. Thanks for everything. Yep. Have a blessed weekend. Yep. You too. I'm going to go enjoy the community and try to, you know, reaffirm my commitment to what we're doing.
Yes. Amen.
Yeah. Juby, thanks for being here. Big B. Yep. Happy birthday to Pops. My butt doesn't have, let me see. Jonathan says my butt doesn't have it in me to drive to Kansas again this year.
Not tonight.
Yeah. It's all good, bud. It's all good. Good night. Yep. I promise you guys, I'll stay strong. I celebrate my father and all the greatness that he was. And I don't dwell on that stuff because he wouldn't let me. He'd be the first one to tell you to get on with it. But Jules says she's still banned on Facebook. But yeah. Yeah. Good night. Joined late. Pack Rat, super happy you're here, but we're leaving. So anyway, you guys, like we always tell you, go out there and live a little bit freer today than you did yesterday. You know, hold the line. Don't give an inch. Starve the beast. Let's go work on it together. For all you YouTube channels that are out there who are on this live, contact me. Let's network together. Let's figure out how we can help more people make that journey and give of yourself. And I'll make you a deal. I will do my part plus a little bit if you promise to do the same. Fair enough?
Your part plus a little bit.
Yep. Tag out.
Be out.
Good night, everybody.
I gotta go stoke the fire.